Hello. Oh, Kale's not on my screen right now. We'll have to
Uh-oh.
get him in here. There he is. Oh, but he's all cropped out. Sorry, folks, but the Bruins and Sabres must wait. We must wait for the Bruins to absolutely pummel us here on the ice tonight. But,
Yeah.
anyways, we're back here with Cal, with me, Don. This is Buffalo Sports Center, folks. There's the proper intro. Um, not me scrambling at the last minute
Uh,
to get this all up and running. No, of course not. Right, Cal? We would never do something like that.
Definitely not. We were ready to go from the get-go tonight. It's good to be back. I had a little bit of a sickness, allegedly COVID. Keyword
Allegedly.
allegedly. You never know.
Allegedly.
But yeah, we're back. I watched the game Tuesday night. I was not part of the stream. Wasn't feeling too good, but they had that little urgency rush there towards the third period, but they just didn't have the energy in the first and second. Something they're gonna have to correct tonight against one of
Ugh.
the best teams in the league, if not the best team in the league.
Oh, yeah. They are the best team in the league. They just came off of a wildly successful road trip over in the West Coast where Linus Ullmark, yes, that Linus Ullmark, scored a goalie goal and then made 50 saves against the Calgary Flames to win the game like 5-3 or something. It's just ridiculous how good the Bruins are at the moment. It's even crazy looking back on how the Sabres were able to get 2 points in TD Garden on New Year's Eve. Just
Yep. And if
crazy.
you want to stay in the race, you're gonna have to get two again tonight. The Sabres, I know everyone's freaking out about the deadline. Everyone's freaking out about the Darlene news. I'll wait for more people to get in here to calm people down about Darlene, but it's no big deal. He wasn't gonna play tonight anyway, retroactive, so he can be back by next game. He's not gonna, but he can be. But the trade deadline, we've only made one move so far that has really affected our team. I know we traded York for an AHL guy who's never going to see the ice.
Yeah.
Um, do you think we make a move tomorrow? I mean, I didn't
No.
expect them to make any moves today with the game, but tomorrow's the golden day. Stillman enters the lineup tonight.
Oh
We'll
boy.
give him a shot. He's pairing up with Matthias Samuelson, so that's a golden opportunity for him. It'll be interesting to see once Darlene does come back where he slots in. Stillman, that is. We know Darlene will be right back on that top pair.
Yeah.
But Stillman's a guy that I think a lot of people are kind of calling out, saying he's kind of a bum, kind of a bottom tier defender in the league. I think he fits pretty well with our defensive system. I don't think he's a great player, but I definitely think he can morph into a solid player. He likes to pinch a lot. He likes to get shots on net. And the Sabres are a very offensive team. And how many times have we seen defenders pinch in the zone almost a little bit too much this year? So it seems like he fits our system pretty well. So I'm interested to see what he has. And it's definitely going to be a leg up from Cal Clegg and Bryson, both in the lineup on the same night.
Hmm. Yeah, at least I haven't checked out the depth chart yet for tonight's game. Is Labushkin with Jacob Bryson tonight?
Yes, he is. I'll read
No!
off I'll read off the
No!
lines here as they're playing the anthems. Uh,
Oh!
Truth, thanks for the welcome back, man. I'm feeling a little better though, that's for sure.
Oh!
Let's look this up here though.
Oh my goodness. No. Why?
Yeah, I know.
Donnie. Kevin Adams, what makes you look at Jacob Bryson and Ilya Labushkin together and think, we're ready for the playoffs. I don't need to tinker with this. Why? Riley
Yeah, Cle-
Stillman, it's not enough. I'm one of those people, by the way, that are freaking out about the trade deadline. Just putting
yeah.
that out there.
I'm right there with you. Every other team's getting better. It seems like we're sticking to the plan. You're not going to make the playoffs without making at least some sort of move tomorrow, either a depth defense move to at least bring some toughness in, or a goalie, some sort of move you need to make to at least keep yourself relevant. This team right now, you're not going to make the playoffs letting in 4 or 5 goals a night with the current goaltending we have. Sabres lineup tonight in Boston though is as followed. First line, no changes. Skinner, Thompson, Quinn. Obviously, Tuck's still out. He's going to be out for quite a while. Second line, Middlestat, Cousins, Sinistroza. Third line, Paterka, Krebs, Olofsson. Fourth line, Gergensons, Joe Stockposo. Then we go to the defense, like I mentioned earlier. Stillman pairing up with Samuelson on that first line. We'll see what he's got. Second line, Power and Yoki Haru. And then third line, rounding it out, Bryson and Ilya Lyubushkin. Not great, but we'll see how it goes. And then UPL in that Comrie backing up. Craig Anderson gets the night off, which I think we all could see coming after that rough game against Columbus.
Yeah, he had an absolute dud. And when you're the Sabres and you're going from playing the worst team in the NHL to now the best team in the NHL, I'm not necessarily sure how they're going to be able to adjust to the different levels of play between the Blue Jackets and the Bruins. I don't think it can get any more stark from a back-to-back in terms of opponents.
Yeah, absolutely not. This is a tough one, but we've seen all season the Sabres play better against better opponents, and the Sabres have already, like we mentioned earlier, went to Boston and got 2 points out of it. So we'll see what they could do today. Obviously, that last game was kind of driven by Tuch a little bit. Tuch won't be with us tonight, but with that being said, we'll see what they can do. Cousins is going to have to step up big again. Like I've been saying this whole time without Tuch, he's going to have to be that force that hops over him. So we'll see what happens here, as it looks like we're getting ready to go.
Yep, we are now 6 seconds into the first period. The Bruins have already shot it into the crowd, hoping to maybe hit a little girl in the head, probably, just because they're Boston. So face-off again at center ice, won there by Buffalo. Girgensons couldn't get to it. Oh, there's a heavy hit. Stillman gets rocked along the boards there, throws it in on Swayman. Heavy forecheck by the Sabres there in the corner. Jost trying to pounce on it. He cannot. Scooped up there by the Bruins, who have made a couple of sizable moves at the trade deadline, including today, which it wasn't a trade, but it was a massive signing in the form of David Pastrnak. So we'll see him under that new contract here tonight.
Yeah, you bring up Pastrnak.
Real Deal Prime with a dono alert. We got a dono, $5 Canadian from Real Deal Prime. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prime. We appreciate every single cent that comes in, every single comment as well. It just means the world to us. We love doing this.
Absolutely. Here's Skinner coming through center ice. He gets poked away there by Bergeron. Bergeron tries to go into the Sabre zone, but Skinner, nice forecheck to get back there, or back check to get there. He gives it to Power. He floats it along to Tage Thompson, and he backhands that one into the Bruins zone. Swayman around, only as far as a Sabres player, though, but they just skate it back deep into the zone where Charlie McAvoy picks it up for the Bruins. Starting off the rush, but DeBrusk had his stick lifted there by Middlestead. He couldn't do much after that, though, and the Bruins float that one in on UPL. He's going to glove that one down and keep things going here with Jacob Bryson, my man. The Sabres, they tap it along through the zone. Cousins pulls up near the point, gives it to Bryson. He plays it off the skates there of Cousins, but Cousins able to get to that puck again. Nice work there by him. Cousins out wide to Hinostroza, who's had a very good series of games since getting called up again from the Amherst. He's gone through a tough month, and I'm sure he's hungry to stay alive here in the NHL.
Absolutely, yeah. The Bruins have made a lot of moves, but I just want to touch on Taylor Hall and Nick Foligno are out of the lineup pretty much for the entire season now. So that is, a little bit of tough injury news coming out of their camp. They've only gotten better, though, from this trade deadline, and it looks like they're about to go all in. So
They are looking at Toronto and what Tampa is doing, too, and going, hey, we can do this. And here's Lyubushkin now, picking that turnover off, giving it to his line mate there, and they will flip that one into the Bruins zone where it's picked up by Connor Clifton. Clifton out wide. Pastrnak through the middle, crosses the blue line, backhands that one into the skates of the Sabres defender, who gives it to Olofsson now. Olofsson through center with some speed. He turns it quickly over. Very stop-start to this game here between the Bruins and Sabres. No one can get really a good stick handle of this puck, but here's Olofsson now. Oh my God, Olofsson, you suck. He literally had a 2-on-2 there, but just had the puck roll over his stick, and he, in frustration, bats that one down into the Bruins zone. No shots yet. Here's Lindholm.
Yeah, just going very slow into the zone there, and Krebs just kind of was skating a little too fast to match his pace there.
Absolutely. But here's Garnet Hathaway, one of the Bruins' new trade deadline acquisitions. He's on that fourth line. Goes into the Sabres zone. Can't get things started up there, though, and Okposo on the forehand gets that out wide to Power, who flips it far side for Jost. Jost at the end of the shift gets absolutely murdered into the boards, or into the bench there of the Bruins. But they can't get out of the zone. Jost, he's got a little pep in his step. He spins around in the corner, trying to get some space, get away from Lindholm. Finds Okposo, who centers that one out in front. It goes to the point. Lyubushkin fakes a whacker, now goes for the net, and that is tipped just over and out of play. But Lyubushkin coming close to his second goal. And only a week or a little over a week and a half here, but there is finally some form. Oh, and there's Stillman behind the plate just murking Lauko.
Yeah, that's what the Sabres have been missing all season. That's what I thought Lyubushkin was going to bring to this team, that, element of hit, force, and, physical play. Stillman, he definitely can bring a little grit too. So I'm liking what I'm seeing so far throughout the first 4 minutes. Not saying that's going to continue, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Need the win here. It's going to be very tough against this team. Here's the Brusque. We got 14 people in the chat. By the way, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Trying to get to 1,640 subscribers here tonight. We are 10 away. Folks, if you can consider subscribing, it's free, easy to do. Give this channel a shot. We'd really appreciate it. But here comes Boston. They float that one in on Luukkonen, and he makes the easy glove save. But Cal, Truth has a question for you. Why not consider calling up Brandon Biro in Tuck's absence?
Yeah, that's a good question and definitely a valid point. Biro, definitely an option. Yuri Kulik, a little too young, but he has been absolutely lighting it up in the AHL next season. He is going to be a force on this team. You could definitely call up one of them. I think they're waiting until after the trade deadline, just in case they get a guy like, Van Riemsdyk, or, a guy maybe even like Tom Wilson, somebody with, a little more physicality to fill in this place. But after the trade deadline, there definitely could be a few call-ups. Right now, I don't really see them doing anything, though, just because it seems like they're pretty happy with the current state of the team, and they do have that long-term plan.
Here's Owen Power now going into the Bruins zone. Gives it to Middlestad, but Middlestad coughs the puck up, and now DeBrusk cuts to the outside with some speed. DeBrusk, he's all on his own, centers that one, and almost found the stick there of Bergeron, but the other 37 gets it back, and he springs a pass forward to Hinostroza. Hinostroza trying to center Cousins there, but it was just out of his reach, and the Bruins take it back now with A.J. Greer. He wasn't in the first matchup. Trying to send that one in. Nice spin move at center ice, though, by Olofsson to steal it back. Throws that one wide of Swayman. And Clifton, he almost coughed that one up behind the net. Sabres couldn't pounce on it, though, and they're doing a really good job, I will say, the Sabres. The Bruins cannot generate much speed right now going through the neutral zone. The Sabres are stacking the blue line up, which is good to see.
Yeah, this is a good time to play the Bruins, too, because they do have a lot of new pieces that are trying to gel together. I believe, Marchand also not in the lineup tonight. So, that's good to counteract with no Dahlin. I think those two match up pretty well. Two pains in the Bucks to play against, and, very talented guys on both sides. Mm-hmm. So it is a good time to play the Bruins. I don't think they're going to be at their best tonight. But with that being said, they only have 8 regulation losses on the season. So it's going to be hard to beat them.
Deep Dive Podcast, what's going on? They ask, if the Sabres get at least 1 point tonight, I'll be very happy. And then AI Warrior says, does Cal have a YouTube? But anyways, there's a good opportunity there. The shot coming from Pavel Zacha. He was going all alone in the slot there, but UPL responds with a good blocker save early here. But Cal does not have a YouTube. This is the YouTube.
Yeah, this is, we kind of just be featuring on here. Mainly what I would do is I do most, or I shouldn't say most of, I do some stuff on the Instagram, some stuff on the YouTube. So if you guys want to see some of my work too, go check out Buffalo SportsCenter on Instagram. Jaden also does quite a bit over there as well. So, go check out some of the stuff over there. And you can also find me here sometimes. You'll always find Don on here on the YouTube.
Of course. And Jaden, by the way, he's really getting up there in terms of hatchet throwing, too. But anyways, here's Thompson off the faceoff win. Cuts it back to Jack Quinn, and his shot goes off the blocker of Swayman this time. Bruins having some trouble getting this puck out. Now they will, and they go to center ice here. Some space for Pasternak. Pasternak cuts out wide. Throws it to the back post. Krejci was waiting, but a good breakup by Power stops that rush in its tracks, and now MSG will go to a commercial break. So it's weird, like there's a lot of dull and lulls right now, but right when we're talking in the middle of a monologue, there is a big opportunity for both sides.
Seems like that's always how it goes, right? But yeah, finally to a commercial. A lot of big games are on the NHL tonight. First things first, let's just talk Patrick Kane for a second. Making his Rangers debut, Chychrun making his Senators debut tonight. A ton of games regarding the Eastern Conference playoff bubble. There's a chance, even if we get 1 point tonight, a lot of the teams that are in the race have tough opponents tonight. So we'll keep you guys updated on scores from around the league all night, starting right now with our first check. So let's take a look here.
The Red Wings are currently tied with the Seattle Kraken. The Lightning have just taken a 1-0 lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Predators and Panthers tied at 0-0, and then the Senators versus the Rangers, they are also tied at 0. So big news there is that the Lightning have just scored within the last 20 seconds. Goal coming from, well, Google doesn't want to update, but we'll get that information to you guys. I'm sure you can also use your phones or something. But 1-0 Tampa down in Tampa. They just got walloped by the Penguins in what is probably one of the bigger upsets of the season. Tampa lost in Pittsburgh 7-2. So that was a wild result that obviously did not help the Sabres.
Yeah, Tampa's been really screwing over the Sabres for a little bit here, but we did beat them, and we play them Saturday, so that'll be an interesting game for sure. Another thing I want to mention: the Islanders, another team in that mix, they do not play for another, I believe, 6 days until they do play the Sabres. That is their next game against the Sabres, so we can gain some serious ground on the Islanders with them not playing. We do have a lot of games in hand on them, but they are 4 points ahead of us.
Wow.
For everyone saying that this race is, all of a sudden, immeasurable and we're completely out of it, that's completely wrong. Even if we don't make any additions, this team is still very talented. We're still top 5 in the league in goals, which is absolutely incredible. I see Truth saying Cam Talbot or Demko could both be positive additions. I completely agree. Talbot and Demko, I'm not saying either of them are stud goalies by any means, but they're definitely better than what we have. If we could just get another average goalie in here to pair with Anderson or UPL, pick one of the two, sit the other one, right?
Yeah.
We got something going here. You just cannot be having the combination of all three of those, because we've seen when you play Craig Anderson too much, he's given up 6 goals. We've seen it. When you don't, he's very good though. UPL, always a wild card, usually giving up 4 or 5. Comrie, same thing.
Classy move here by Boston in honoring the fallen Buffalo firefighter from, was it today? I think it was today or yesterday. The big fire
yesterday.
Main Street. Jason Arno, forever in our prayers. He did his job, and unfortunately he paid the price, but that is what heroes are for. So classy move there by Boston to honor him on their scoreboard right before the commercial break there. Anyways, we have gone through almost a minute here of us talking about goaltenders, and between that time, no goals have happened. Yes, the Bruins are in the Sabres zone, though, down in the corner. They're jamming away at it. It looks like Lauco. Oh, Garnet Hathaway just got high-sticked by his own teammate there, but they fish it out and get it back to the corner. Clifton on inside for Lauco, back to the other defenseman. His shot just trickles wide. Middlestat picks up the rebound, flips it high up into the air, and it just manages to squeak out of the zone. Boston, though, quickly going back in there as they see the Sabres are making changes. There is Nosek. Tomas Nosek, former Vegas Gold Knight there. He fishes it behind the net. Down low on the goal line. Matthias Samuelsson, he's trying to get them one off the boards. Just a lot of gritty board battles here at the moment, folks. There's also Pavel Zacha in on the action. Boston, they finally get it out. Pasternak into the slot there. Krejci almost corralled that and got a shot off, but good stick there from Krebs to flip it through, trying to find Peterka, but no space there for him. Bruins, they glove that one. It goes to Samuelsson. He's going to backhand this one into the Bruins zone. Swayman comes out, plays with it, gives it to Carlo, but there's going to be a couple whistles here, I believe, for that hand pass that I mentioned.
Yeah, you brought up Peterka. That is huge for him the other night. I know, Sabres obviously lost that game, but Peterka gets the power play goal and hits the post on the power play right after.
Yeah.
Get a little momentum there. He hasn't scored in so long. I believe it was
27
somewhere
games.
in December. Yeah, it was horrible there. So, it's good to see him getting going. Quinn with another goal too. Those two, a huge key to success for the Sabres this season, I said, it was going to be Peterka and Quinn. Do they develop quickly, or do they kind of hold that line back? So far it's kind of been very streaky. So if those two can get going again, you never know what could happen with this team.
Yeah, depth scoring will be huge with Alex Tuch out, and it seems like Kevin Adams doesn't want to make a big trade, which is very unfortunate. I do like what he did, though, with the whole Eric Portillo situation and getting a third. Yes. Reminder, we drafted Portillo in like the 4th or 5th round, so we actually, if you look at it this way, we kind of had a surplus and a good addition there to recoup some.
I believe he was a 3rd round pick. I believe I did hear that. So you traded a 3rd for a 3rd pretty much. But at the end of the day, he wasn't signing here. It was still a good pick, right? Because if we didn't have Levi, he was gonna, I guess, be the future,
Yeah.
or at least the plan. So, yeah, good to at least get something when you knew he wasn't coming back. But that being said, though, I think the Sabres still desperately need to make a move
Oh,
tomorrow
yeah.
for at least a goaltender, another defender, something.
Yeah, we absolutely do. There is, like, when everyone else gets better around you, you don't just stand pat and watch yourself fall behind. No, you have to get better as well. Geiswiss, I don't know how to pronounce that. Geiswish of Orchard Park. That's the guy we acquired in exchange for
that's who they got for
former Nichols.
Bjork. Out of I believe Nichols, Orchard Park.
Yep. Well,
he fits the bill. Wants to be here.
Yeah. He's going to be an AHLer, though, but he's closer to home now.
Yeah.
Anyways, here comes the Sabres. Speeds through center. Thompson across middle. Gets it. Fires it back to Samuelson. The toe drag. It sits behind Sam Wayman. The puck was loose, but not in the goal. Yes, Wayman didn't know where it was for a second. Nice drop pass from Tage Thompson. Found Samuelson, who toe dragged it, but he couldn't get it to go by. Swayman there as Kales.
Yeah, that's one of those where you wish you got Dowley in there with that nice little toe drag. But
oh yeah, that puck definitely was starting to trickle across. But Sabres inches away from getting the first goal of this game. It was loose. It was most definitely loose. Yeah,
That was close. After looking at that replay, it leaked out a little bit. It almost didn't even leak out till Quinn crashed the net there too. So good awareness from him.
Yeah, face-off win here for the Sabres. That goes back to the point, but Grizzly gets to that dump back in first, and he finds Nosek, who feeds it across to Clifton. Clifton centering pass. Garnet Hathaway tips that in on Luukkonen, and Luukkonen, he almost didn't cover that one up, but he did, and he's going to slow things down just a little bit here. Coyote, what's going on? Good start, says Real Deal Prime. Yeah, it's actually been solid. The Sabres have been keeping the Bruins, for the most part, to the outside. They haven't made too many mistakes yet. Haven't let Luukkonen face any too big of chances yet. Notice that I keep saying yet. We all know that the goal was coming, but not just yet. Not so fast.
Yep, Sabres just got to hang around in this one. They're obviously outmatched, especially without Dahlin and Tuck, but they are facing the Bruins on a night that I'd want to face them. And Sabres got to be pretty pumped and pissed off, per se, coming off that another home loss against the worst team in the league in the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yeah, and you guys saw my reaction to that one. I was ranting pretty bad. It wasn't very good there. But defense's own faceoff lost by Cousins. Boston wins it, throws it down low to Krejci, down below the goal line. He gets sideswiped. No call, though, forthcoming from the refs. And I see a fly on the ice near there. There's a big fly. Here's Power now. Power through center. Throws that into the Bruins zone, but his pass misses everybody, and it's going to come back down for an icing. Real Deal Prime says 0 goals, first 10 minutes. I'll take that. Yeah, considering how we've started games against Carolina and Toronto, sure.
Yeah. We have played Boston well this year for the very limited amount we have seen, but good start for the Sabres so far. Just got to keep playing their game, right? That's what we've heard all season. Just keep playing fast, keep playing your game, stick to the game plan, and you'll definitely have a chance out there.
Ooh, off the faceoff win. Nice speed there from Vinny Hinostroza to pounce on that puck. He quickly throws it into the Bruins zone. Carlo is behind the net. He plays it out and into the middle there. Nice touch pass along from Pasternak. He just signed that new big deal. Very comparable stats-wise to Tage Thompson, yet we got him Tage for almost $4 million less than what Boston is going to have to pay David Pasternak. So good stuff there. As Pasternak takes a run at our defenseman, no call. Bruins keep it in at the side of the net there. Krejci, though, was skating away from the puck. Couldn't center that one to Pasternak, and Power finally finds Krebs. Krebs, nice move to dance away from Pasternak. Gets up to his defenseman, who finds Peterka, but Peterka, he did tip it, so no icing there. Here's Carlo around to Greer. Greer can't get far, but Greer, nice spin move there in the neutral zone. His backhander, though, goes between everybody, and Samuelson gathers it up just inside his own zone for the Sabres. Sabres, they haven't really had a good offensive zone time yet. Just a lot of outside shots, actually, from both teams. But here's Jost, hoping to change that right now. Jost throws that into the far corner. Gergensons, nice speed to chase after it. He takes on Lindholm behind the net, but Okposo cannot follow up, and the Sabres are forced back once more. Stillman on the puck, throws it high. It's a bouncer, but the Sabres could not once again get on that. Okposo, you suck. I'm not suck. You're just slow.
Yeah, he's definitely hit the wall this year. I think we've seen Okposo, but
I mean, the stats aren't even that bad, and most of them are at even strength. It's just that you can tell. You can clearly see the speed ain't there.
He definitely took that one notch lower where it's just he's just not at the same level he once was. I mean, of course he's not going to be, but it just sucks to see because it looked like he was really, having a quite the blossom of a year last year. So
yeah, and he's not going to hit 20 goals, and we didn't expect him to again. But here's Boston. Oh, nice feed. They're trying to... Marchand, he just hooked Skinner. I'm surprised that there's no call there. That's a miss by the refs. But Boston, they keep it in the zone. They center it. Oh, Bergeron was all alone. Good poke check there from Luukkonen, but they center it to the back post. Oh, DeBrusk, his shot was blocked, and DeBrusk filters it inside for Bergeron. Bergeron down low for Marchand. Marchand curling out.
Buzzing.
Yes, they are. Curling out of the corner. Marchand backhands that to the front. DeBrusk couldn't get a stick on it. Marchand attempting to follow up. Thompson eventually gets to it here for the Sabres, and now Buffalo can get a little bit of a breather here. Thompson finds Skinner. Skinner at the red line. Oh come on! Hinostroza just got murdered in the ice. No call. What are the refs looking at? The refs.
I'd like to see a replay on Power getting cross-checked behind the Sabres net with from Pasternak too. That looked like a blatant no call earlier in the play.
Refs really letting things go at the moment. Here's Middlestat in the corner. Can't get away from a couple of Bruins players. There's a guy that goes down. Lauko centers that one. Quick shot there. But Luukkonen makes the stop once more. So now we go to another commercial break. Nosek that time with the opportunity there. But Luukkonen, once again, comes up big with a save. I'll update the shot count. Currently 6-4 in favor of Boston. So not that lopsided at the moment, although you can feel like Boston is starting to find their groove here.
Sabres fans rejoice. The Senators down 1-0 to the Rangers. The Kraken up 2-1 on the Red Wings. The Pittsburgh Penguins still down 1-0 on the Lightning. Panthers and Predators still knotted at 0 with about 9 minutes to go in the first period in that one, and that's all the games right now that are going on. So every single game going on right now is centered around that Eastern Conference playoff bubble.
Which is exactly what I'm sure the NHL is hoping for, that extra drama. The cough is there. There is a bug going around here in these dorm rooms, I swear. But Kale, we haven't really talked about this, and folks, you won't have to worry about it, but regional sports networks, they're dying. They're dying quick. I just saw a video from the great urinating tree, of course. But even before I watched that video, I did hear some small rumors and some small stories about regional sports networks and how companies like AT&T Sports are going bankrupt. Bally Sports, their parent company, Diamond Enterprises, they are going bankrupt. And no one really wants to finance these sports networks anymore.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to look at, really. I mean, you got a lot of different teams, like you said, AT&T and Bally being two massive ones that carried, almost half the league. You look in the MLB, it seems like Bally Sports has, 20 of the 30 teams. And a network like that going bankrupt is absolutely huge. There's obviously multiple reasons that you can look at it, but I mean, overall, what do you think the solution for that is? Do you think does it all switch to streaming eventually? Because I think that's, one of the main things, right? A lot of people want to watch stuff, want to stream stuff, and quite frankly, are just sick of having to stream stuff one night, blackouts, having to watch stuff on TV another night. People are sick of having to pay for stuff on 7 different websites and 7 different, programs when there should just be one spot. So it's tricky right now. Obviously, it's that middle ground where you got a lot of the older generation still wants to watch everything on TV. A lot of the younger generation wants to watch everything, from a streaming vantage point.
Yeah,
it's a tough situation right now, and a lot of different sports leagues, even NASCAR right now, just to bring them into it, they have a TV deal coming up, and they don't know what to do. Do you go to streaming a little bit? Do you stay on networks? I mean, that's almost, I don't want to say a dying sport, but less and less people have been watching that. over the last 20 years. So we'll see what the NHL does, bringing the NHL back into this when, some of these leagues do go bankrupt, because it is looking like that's going to happen.
Yeah, it does. It's unfortunate, but the NHL especially are put into a very bad position because the NHL they don't have the infrastructure to be able to support all of 32 NHL teams. So that won't fortunately touch the Sabres. Instead, MSG is going to change from MSG Go to MSG Plus, which is interesting, to say the least. I got some thoughts on that. Money grab.
The only good news about MSG Plus is it's similar to MSG Go, where if you have the program on a TV, it is still free. If you don't have the program, it gets very expensive very quickly. That's for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, we're back underway here. Boston and Buffalo. Of course, Zoom wants to kick us out in 10 minutes. Thanks, Zoom. So Kale may have to blur it out for the last 3 minutes, but here's Olofsson. He's got a steal. Olofsson is shooting it, and it's saved there by Swayman. Of course, it fell to, of all people, Victor Olofsson. God. Oh my!
What an opportunity! And Olofsson's one of those guys, very streaky guy. If he's on, he's on. He's not on right now. We knew that one wasn't going in.
I cannot remember the last time he scored a goal. Probably late in January. But here's the Sabres. Now they're feeling themselves. Samuelsson down into the corner. Olofsson's pass back to the point. Picked off there by Pasternak. And Pasternak finding a man out wide. It was Zacha. But Zacha couldn't cut towards the net. Here's Krebs trying to sideswipe Krejci. But Krejci gets it to Zacha along the boards. Sabres, though, steal it back. Stillman, playing his first first Buffalo game here tonight, will ice the puck. But what an opportunity there for the Sabres.
Stillman. Absolutely. Another thing on Stillman, I was watching a video of a Canucks fan. I don't know the exact name, so I don't want to give credit to a wrong person. But basically, the person flat out said Stillman was one of the worst defenders he's seen in the Canucks organization in a while. He was impressed the Canucks were able to get anything for him. And said, out of all the defensemen they have, including Tyler Myers, whose jersey I actually have on right now, he said, Stillman was almost 2 times as bad of a player. So hearing that, definitely isn't great, but some players just fit better in different systems. I bring up Brandon Montour, for example.
Here's Stillman, by the way, turning that puck over at the side of the net. Marchand whacking away. Bergeron had a swipe at it too, but the Sabres are fortunate to get it out. Now they get a breakaway pass. Peterka bats it down. Peterka's in and saved by Swayman on the break. Oh, another opportunity there. Peterka could not get elevation over the left pad, and now the Bruins come back the other way. Marchand to Bergeron. He goes into the corner, takes a check, but finds DeBrusk behind the net. DeBrusk puts a shoulder down. Sends it to the point. Lindholm's shot goes wide. Rebound falls to Marchand. He had a wide open net, and somehow Luukkonen got across to make the save.
Oh, my God.
Lindholm again throws it to the net. Luukkonen with another save. It goes behind the net now. Marchand trying to center that one. Off the skate there of Middlestat. The Sabres can't get it out. Now they do. Wow.
It is pandemonium out here. Back and forth, through the Sabres. You got to score on one of those breakaways from Olofsson or JJ Peterka there in the game like this where you're severely outmatched. Now the Bruins shoot the puck all the way down the ice. Looks like somebody in the ice. So that is good.
They just iced the puck right there. But if you can't tell the level of excitement in my voice, that was a great save by Luukkonen. He went full splits to the post, the near side post there, got to Marchand, and somehow got a toe, a little something on that, to make sure it didn't go in. But his positioning in the first place was just wild. Just not good at all. Yeah. Not good whatsoever.
He was way out of position, and looks like Marchand barely, was able to pick that puck up. He had a lot of trouble getting it behind the net. If he picked that up cleanly, he was gonna have a goal there.
Here's Trent Frederick, cut into the front of the net. Charlie Coyle, his rebound just sits wide. The Sabres get it. Quinn banks it off the boards. It goes out of the zone and down the ice now. Not far enough for an icing, though. Frederick has to pick it, or Carlo, has to pick it up for the Bruins. He finds Charlie Coyle. Coyle tips that one into the Sabres zone. Powers there waiting for it. He touches it along to Henry Jokiharju, who had probably one of the worst games of his own career in a while against Columbus on Tuesday night. He finds Thompson. Thompson can't control it in the Bruins' corner, and now the Bruins come back the other way. Lauko trying to go through center. He can't handle the puck, and they're forced back now. Again at center ice. Nice cut out wide there from Nosek. Nosek into the slot. The high shot goes off the glove once again of Luukkonen and out of play. So, Lots of stuff going on. But with this commercial break, I think I'm going to get a new thing going up here with Cal. Yep. So Cal will be back in just a second there. You don't want to see my face twice. But what a game so far here, folks. It's just wild end-to-end stuff at the moment. Make sure to subscribe and like this for more Sabres content, of course. That would mean the world to Cal and I. We would really appreciate that, folks. So if you can, we're at 16:30 at the moment. Subscribe. Let's keep growing this community here. It's a great one. You guys would definitely, of course, like it. So we'll get Cal back in here in just a moment. The Arizona Wildcats, yeah. For sure. But right now the Sabres are just having wow, I wouldn't even say that. Both teams are having quite the trouble at both ends handling the puck and stuff. But there is Cal. He's back again here for the final 3:19 little section here. It's your boy Dog Dono War. Well, we're gonna need more donos for that. I don't really
Dono War. Some people fighting it out.
Oh yeah.
Just a quick check around the league. It's going all the Sabres' way so far tonight. So at least get a point tonight. Kraken up 3-1 on the Red Wings. Lightning still up 1-0 on the Penguins. The Predators now take a 1-0 lead over the Panthers, and the Rangers are still up 1-0 on the Senators. Sabres Bruins game, the only game with 0 goals.
Look at the fan, the Sabres fan behind the net on his phone. He said, "Good work, Don." Right when the camera started zooming in. AI, your subs did not count, although we did get to 16:30 anyways. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Who's that in the chat there? OWL Wiffle Ball. Wiffle Ball. I haven't played that sport in a while. Love Wiffle Ball. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Love to see new faces here, of course, folks. So spread this link around. Let's get more people. Well, right now we're at 22 people here in the chat. Hopefully that doesn't mean y'all want to see a reaction to a Bruins goal coming up, but we shall see.
Yeah, anyways, if you are a Bruins fan in the chat, I do gotta say, I hate Boston. I'm a Bills fan. We both are. We hate New England. I am a Sabres fan. We hate the Bruins. I'm a Knicks fan. We hate the Celtics. But I'm not a Yankees fan. Mets fans over here. So, have no problem with the Red Sox. So that's something we can agree on.
Absolutely. Here's the Sabres. Nice play out. Olofsson's got it. Finds Peterka. I'm not sure why he had to play it to Peterka. Peterka was kind of tied up there. But the Sabres do get it in deep into the Bruins zone. But the Bruins get it back with Dmitry Orlov, who's had a very fast start to his Bruins career here. But here's Pasternak. Pasternak throwing that into the far corner. Krejci is on it. He can't get past Matthias Samuelsson. Yeah, Samuelsson is there. Samuelsson finds it around behind the net. Stillman on the puck. Stillman getting a lot of ice time here in this first period. Yeah. Filters it up to Olofsson, who on the forehander, trying to get Peterka again on the stretch pass. But Peterka couldn't handle it this time. The Sabres are forced back again. Power dancing with it in his own zone. Krebs, nice cross-ice pass there to Jokiharju. And Jokiharju going into the Bruins zone. Plays it down low. Bruins get on it first. They send it up the boards and out. Not actually quite. Now they do. Cousins couldn't keep it in. And now DeBrusk going back the other way. DeBrusk to the outside. Goes on the backhand. Around behind the net. DeBrusk has it taken off his stick, though, but he gets it quickly back. DeBrusk still with it. We're using under strength to get by Power. Throws it to the front, but nobody there for the Bruins to get a stick on it. McAvoy now. McAvoy. To Marchand off the boards. Finds McAvoy in the middle of the ice. Sends it to the front, but it's tipped on goal, and Luukkonen again makes the save on Coyle. Nice play there by Luukkonen to make sure that puck doesn't go in. But the Sabres got to do a little bit better there on the boards. Power especially. You got to use more strength there. Can't let DeBrusk just go right in like that.
Yeah, DeBrusk, Cousins and Power just both had his stick, and he just went right through it. If the Sabres can get that puck, they're back the other way, at least 3-on-2, but DeBrusk, like we just said, just goes right through two guys and able to set up a good chance in front, and then the Bruins get at least a minute of zone time there from it. But good save by Luukkonen there.
Yep, absolutely. Shots right now in favor of Boston, 11-6, so they're starting to dominate a little bit more here. Okposo leaning into this face-off against Patrice Bergeron. Bergeron out there with Marchand and Pasternak, of course. But the Sabres win it. Lyubushkin finds Girgensons. Girgensons through to Okposo. He crosses that blue line. He's on sides. Goes behind the net there. Girgensons trying to steal that away. Jost almost does. Jost, nice play there, working off of Dmitry Orlov. Orlov trying to get away from them. He sends it up the boards, but only as far as Okposo. Okposo trying to center that one. Couldn't get it in front, but he gets back to it, and the Sabres keep it just inside that blue line there. Girgensons steps past Orlov into the corner, barrels a defender. Girgensons still with it in the corner. It just killed another man. Bergeron trying to come in and get after Okposo, but good work there by Girgensons. You love to see that.
Being a locomotive added again. 2 back-to-back booming hits.
Here's Jost, but we're going to get a penalty here on Boston, I believe. Yes, sir. It looks like Jost got tripped up there with a little over a minute to go here, but the Sabres are going to get a power play out of all of this. A bad penalty to take by Connor Clifton. He's going to sit for 2 for tripping on Jost. Huge opportunity here for the Sabres.
Huge opportunity, but bad time to get the penalty. 1:06 left in the period. Most likely not going to score off this one, and then at least it'll give us a little momentum to start the second. But out of all the ones they could have called, of course, the NHL loves to do this, right? They call the penalty to split the period. It looks good on the stat sheet, but overall, you're not going to score on it, especially if you're the Sabres without Dahlin. But hey, you never know. We'll see what happens here. Sabres immediately lose the faceoff and zone time, though.
Yep, of course. That's expected. And here's Cousins trying to do too much. Can't even get across the blue line. Boston, they have the best penalty kill reminder in the NHL, and they will send this down the ice. So if the Sabres do not score here, they will have about a minute of carryover time going into the second, but let's see what they can do here now. They gain zone pressure. Thompson with a one-timer! Oh, but it's squared up there by Swayman, and he makes the stop. The Sabres, just like that, they got across that blue line. Power found Thompson out wide, and that was the opportunity right there. Thompson's vintage spot, but Swayman with an excellent stop.
Yeah, great adjustment by the Sabres. They always do that little drop pass, and Boston cooked them last time they played them. They knew it was coming. Sabres obviously took note of that, and this is the first time I've seen Power not do the drop pass in some time. So good to see there that they're remembered from last time, that Boston was pretty spot on with it.
Sabres keep it in the Bruins zone. Middlestat dances around Bergeron. Bergeron grabbing his jersey. No holding call, though. Sabres keep it in. 14 seconds left. Krebs sends it to the front. Quinn with the tip, but it cannot go by Swayman, and now he gets tanked there by McAvoy. I'd like to see McAvoy get thrown out of the game and get a 20-game suspension for that one.
Throw him out of the league for that one. That was pretty dirty.
What a disgusting act by Charlie McAvoy. But a good opportunity again for the Sabres. They only got, though, about 10 seconds to go here in this first period, but they are really putting it on. A nice stop in front. But Quinn, ever since the All-Star break, he has been much improved.
Yeah, he's starting to shoot the puck finally, and that's the best asset of his game by far, is his shot. And when he comes in on these 2-on-1s and actually shoots the puck, I mean, it's just a thing of beauty to watch. So.
Hold on here, Cal. Sabres got an opportunity. They send it in front. Krebs tips it on again. Swayman with 2 seconds left makes the stop. About 2.5 seconds, actually. But we are probably one face-off and one shot left, if that. But it didn't even get touched by Krebs. It went between the legs there of Lindholm and right on goal. But 2.5 seconds left here in the first period. 58 seconds left on this Sabres power play, so that will carry over into the second period here. But this is a big face-off. Can the Sabres win it? Skinner leans down, wins it to Thompson. Back to the point. Olofsson! We just missed the net. Off the one-timer. He missed the net. But that was the opportunity there for the Sabres. And we go into the first intermission with the momentum on Buffalo's side.
Yeah, great period for the Sabres. Look around the league. Nothing has changed except the Kraken have given up a goal. So still 3-2 Kraken. Kraken still the lead. But Detroit creeping back in there. I don't think Detroit's going to be a true threat anymore. It seems like they're going kind of heavy sell at the deadline after getting blown out by Ottawa in back-to-back games. That was kind of strange to see. And it looks like Ottawa took that as okay, we're in the race. Let's go get some pieces. Looks like their veterans talked to ownership and management and got that done. Kind of wish somebody would do that in Buffalo, but at the same time, I know we got a plan.
We
Keep
have
saying that.
trust the process there, Cal. Trust the process. I love how, not to criticize Sabres fans at all, but we are so like switch swap. In terms of, at one moment we're like, yes, the process is working, and then when they lose to the Blue Jackets 5-3, no, we are out of the playoff race. Oh my goodness gracious, we are done. Oh baby, we are done. Kill us now. We are missing the playoffs again.
So that's the thing with the Sabres, right? We didn't expect to be in a playoff race. We expected to be close, but we didn't expect to be in the race at this point, and we haven't been there in so long. That's the real issue. If we were there, 4 or 5 years ago, and we knew, the plan coming into the season, I don't think we'd be upset not doing much at the deadline and not really going for it. We haven't been there in so long. We talked about this so much. We saw it with the Bills. You just make the playoffs. It completely changes everything. We just want that. And it seems like we definitely are going to try to make the playoffs, but we're not going to ensure playoffs. And that's where it becomes frustrating. But I know, it's like 50-50. 50% of the people love the process. Don't rush. That's what everyone keeps saying. The other 50% say, go for it. We're so close. You can only have so many picks, only have so many prospects. They're not all going to play anyway. Might as well make some. We're not talking making, go get a guy that's going to be a rental. We're talking get a guy who's going to be here a few years. Maybe you give up some assets, but he's at least going to be, a good, feature of this team for the next few years and make the playoffs. So that's your 50-50 right there. And then, you got the maybe less than 1% of people who are saying that they're not going to be Sabres fans anymore after this season, or the season's over, fire Adams, blah, 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 all that. And that's just, a very loud minority of people overreacting. But
yeah, as I pull up chat onto the screen, finally, you guys are no longer hidden. Chat is back. Let's see what the chat says. Jesse, what's going on? The Smurfs 2, Smurfette, New Orleans Saints. I will totally understand what you're talking about there. Rochester J says Detroit. Truth says process the process. And Coyote makes a good point. The Sabres are improved tonight because they are winning the majority of faceoffs. That would help. Wouldn't you think?
Yep. Yeah, faceoffs are, I've seen recently, too, the Sabres have been doing a little bit better in the faceoff out. I don't know what exactly has changed, but that's definitely good. I know that was definitely a thing where if we weren't going to go defense or goaltending, that was third on my list, get a guy who can win faceoffs at the deadline. Maybe now that's not so much of a need. I still think it's definitely a need, but maybe not as much of one.
Absolutely. Truth says Chychrun could have made the team for certain, or I think what he's trying to say is that the Sabres would have made the playoffs for certain had we gotten Chychrun. Yeah, we probably would have. I would have been much more confident, but we are with who we got. Stillman, I will say, he looked good. He looked good in that first period, aside from like a turnover or two. He looked good.
I mean, to put it in perspective, you could say you're playing hockey with a wooden stick, and I'm not talking a wooden hockey stick, just a wooden stick from outside. Stillman's a plastic gym stick. Those sticks you get in gym class. He's an up. Say Jacob Bryce, the stick that you find outside with no blade, no nothing. Stillman's the plastic gym stick. It's an improvement for sure, but Chychrun would have been that nice sheer wood, brand new, CCN stick. But it is what it is. We'll take it. It's definitely an improvement, and from what I've seen, he brings a little bit of a physical side to him. I like that hit early in the period. He made some dumb passes, but we got to remember he hasn't practiced with this group at all. He took morning skate, but the only practice he attended, he was not dressed. He stood and watched with Rasmus Dahlin on the bench. So far, so good.
Yeah, so far so good for Stillman and the Sabres. Yes, this is Riley Stillman's team now. We all hail Stillman. Real Deal Prime is like, yeah, and he's on the top line too. Yeah, he is on the top defensive pairing against Boston. Can you imagine, though, coming over in a trade cross-country, and your first game for your new team is against the Boston Bruins, a team that just scored a goal on your ass? How would you feel about that? I just can't even imagine going into TD Garden not being intimidated.
Yeah, that's rough. Again, coming in, but I gotta say, it seems like everything I've heard from him, from his interviews to the way he's playing, he doesn't seem intimidated at all. He wants to be here. I think he wants this opportunity. He's tired of the disrespect, and quite frankly, he wants to just play hockey. And I think that's what we're seeing so far from our very small sample size. Um, personally, I definitely mocked the move when it was made. I was like, who's this jabroni that they just got? Like, we want Chikrin, we want these big moves. But this could be a sneaky good move for the Sabres. I think he fits their system, as I said pregame, pretty well. And we'll see how it goes for the Sabres and how long he's able to stay in this lineup. But again, he is paired up with Samuelson, so that does help. It's not like he's paired up with a guy like Bryson where he has to kind of carry or at least 50-50 the line. But Samuelson hasn't been all that good recently either. So maybe they'll find a good dynamic there. Before we continue, all the other games have finished the first period. I just wanted to mention the Predators are up 2-0 on the Panthers now. So that's the only change in scores.
All right. Well, so far so good on the scoreboard and in this game for the Sabres. I liked a lot of what the Sabres were doing in that first period. Folks, what do you think the Sabres got to do to win this hockey game other than check every living Boston Bruins player to oblivion and beyond? But, Kale, I thought it was an excellent start. We still got about 6 minutes here before the beginning of the second period. So if you're Don Granato, once again, in that locker room, what do you tell your guys?
Yeah, if you're Don Granato, you just got to stick to the game plan. I know that sounds very repetitive, very cliche, but we've been saying it all season. The Sabres have a very particular game plan. It's play fast, play that, stretch, breakout game of hockey that they love to play, and shoot the puck, right? How many times have we seen the Sabres? It seems whenever the Sabres, lose games or start to get, nervous and stuff, they pass up shot attempts, right? Shoot the puck, get the puck on net. Good things happen when the puck goes to the net. We saw that against Columbus, right? They refused to put the puck to the net. And then, of all people, Elvis Merzlikins, starts robbing them out of nowhere. Then that third period comes around. They start shooting. And all of a sudden, they accumulate a ton of shots, right? Some are going to go in. I don't care if it's against Swayman, Merzlikins. I don't care if Omar was playing tonight. I'd say the same thing. Get the puck to the net. Good things happen. You're going to get rebounds. And we saw in that first period, they put the puck to the net. They had some good bounces. We saw that one from the point slipped through. Quinn was almost able to get it as, Swayman lost control of it. So, just keep playing your game.
Absolutely. The Sabres, let me remind you, are one of the top scoring teams in the NHL. They're only behind the Edmonton Oilers. So, and we got to face Edmonton next week on Monday, which, once again, I will be live streaming that game. Hopefully it's 7-6 or something. And that'll also be on ESPN Plus too. So, bummer for all those without it. But for the Sabres, they are one of the best scoring teams in the NHL. And once again, you can't score if you don't shoot. And during that 8-game losing streak back in November, which with every single passing game and every point, that looks like such a killer streak. And during that time, they did not shoot.
Yep. And just definitely a key for the Sabres to shoot the puck. Especially if it's a guy like Tage Thompson or even Jack Quinn, like I was saying. Jack Quinn, shoot the puck when you have opportunities. That's his best asset. And we've seen, over the last little bit, he's been red hot. He's been shooting the puck more and more.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what the chat is saying right here. What's going on, Low for DeMar? Stillman wants to be in the playoff race, meaningful games. He wasn't respected in Vancouver. Not many people were respected in Vancouver. Vancouver is the new Buffalo. So toxic over there. So poorly run. Now, we look at Vancouver, how most of the league, and still kind of now, views Buffalo. Just so inept. So bad. Hockey 60 minutes unless there's OT prime. Yeah. Finn says if you had defended against Columbus like that today, you would never have lost. Yes! Especially against Eric Robinson. Of all people to kill our hopes, Eric Robinson? Like, really? Really?
Absolutely brutal. But, talking about that Columbus game, I'll wrap it up. You mentioned Yoki Haru had, I think, one of the worst games of his career. He was just horrible the entire night. Power was bad for the first 2 periods, too. I'm not going to say a ton about Yoki Haru just because, maybe it's a one-off, even though he hasn't been great consistently his entire career. He has been better tonight, but it just seemed like a very lazy effort. I mean, we saw even on that empty net goal, he made no effort for the puck, didn't dive, didn't even try to attempt to stop it, kind of got out of the way. just an unacceptable effort by Yoki Haru. Maybe, he was feeling a little sick. I don't know. I'm not going to harp on it too much unless it happens again. But
Mm-hmm.
another reason why we should probably bring in another defender.
Probably, but hey, Riley Stillman's the answer. Sean Strzeski, great name by the way, probably for a great person. Maybe. Says big fan Donald. Oh, thank you, Sean. I appreciate it so much. But we still got a couple more minutes, and right now, from all of these Sabres chances that I'm seeing on MSG, it looks like a lot of the Sabres chances are coming from, once again, those long stretch passes over the top of the defenders. That Samuelson flip breakaway kind of pass to Peterka where he just batted that one down out of midair. That is what I'm talking about. And that's what the Sabres, I think, got to keep doing if they're going to win this game.
Yeah, you look at even how they got back in the Columbus game. They found Quinn, behind the line rush there on a stretch pass. It's one of those things in hockey where it just seems so unacceptable, especially, like Columbus was doing. They were up by 3 goals at the time. How do you let guys get in behind you on line changes? But it happens all the time. And if defenders keep their head up and, notice that things, just do a little flip pass over, hope your forward can bat that thing out of the air, and it's an easy breakaway. We've seen it time and time again against us this year. And we've definitely had goals identical to it. So, just keep trying to find those stretch passes. That's what we do best. And right now they're showing the spread. It looks like Boston's still favored by 1.5 on the puck line.
I feel like that they never changed that.
Mm-hmm.
I swear that number 1.5 has never changed. It should be bigger. I would think it's bigger against Boston, but like every single game when they flash that thing up, it's always 1.5 points that the Sabres are underdogs. So like,
yeah,
what? I checked the money spread this morning, Cal, and you know what it was? The Sabres were underdogs by 4.5 points. 4.5 points. Yeah.
I would have probably bet that for the Sabres.
Yeah, that's not a bad bet to take, especially given how they looked here in this first period. Coyote asks, what's going on with Dahlin? When is he expected back? I'll let you answer this one.
Okay, yeah, Dahlin, I did say I was going to say this. So Dahlin basically was placed on IR today so that Stillman could come to the lineup. IR is not a big deal, retroactive to a week, so it would be last Friday. So technically, Dahlin could even play Saturday. So he's basically can be taken off IR as soon as Saturday's game. Don Granato already said Dahlin is very unlikely to play Saturday's game. Will most likely return at the very earliest Monday for that Oilers game. If not, probably the game after. So, this move putting him on IR doesn't really do anything and doesn't, make him miss any more games than we already expected him to miss. So that is the good news from it. Since he hasn't played in so long anyway, you could just, take him on IR and put that all the way back to the last game he's played. So it doesn't matter too much. The NHL, it's just, a 7 or 10 day thing for the IR. It's not like football where they're out months.
Yeah, and the Sabres did a lot of these kind of, I'm going to call it paper moves if people don't want to use the word retroactive, paper moves. Yeah. That's what I thought of when I first saw this Dahlin IR move. At first I was like everyone else, I'm like, what happened? No, not first Tuck and now Dahlin. But when you read a little closer and deeper into it, you'll see that it's very likely just a paper move. Dahlin is already only considered day-to-day, and he's still considered day-to-day do you know what the injury is at this point? I don't know.
We still don't really know what it is, and he's definitely been skating on his own, and it's not going to be anything super long-term for sure. Like he should definitely be back within the next week. People are saying it might be from the Panthers game. That's the best guess. That was a very chippy game, a lot of scraps going on. So might have tweaked something a little bit where he woke up the next morning and wasn't really feeling it. But the Sabres have been very secretive with injuries. And I think that all stems from Eichel, obviously. Ever since that happened, it seems like they don't really want to give a lot of leeway one way or the other on, what's going on with people. But
yeah, and they are getting very secretive at the moment, aren't they? Finn in the chat asks, why isn't Olofsson traded? The only thing he can do is shoot the puck sometimes. My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, I was just saying this earlier too. If the Sabres don't want to commit and buy here, at least a little bit at the deadline, sell some of the pieces that aren't going to be your long term. I'm talking maybe even Casey Middlestad, definitely Victor Olofsson, a guy that has maybe a year left with the team, and then most likely you're not going to see him again. You have so many prospects and young guys coming up. Some of these guys, just aren't going to have a spot on the team. So a guy like Victor Olofsson, I could definitely see him getting moved. The only thing is this team has such great chemistry. I think Kevin Adams is very scared and hesitant to make any moves because this team, they can go on rolls. They could go on, hot streaks. And I don't think he wants to mess it up. I don't think he wants to mess up the vibe. And you can't be a general manager and play scared, but at the same time, he doesn't want to mess up a good thing. And I don't blame him. I mean, it's a tough position to be in.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Truth also asks, any explanation of the Hauser move?
Oh yeah. The Hauser move, it's kind of random, right? So we see him, get put on waivers, and then, for the purpose of him getting signed to Rochester. Immediately I was thinking maybe Subban got hurt, maybe there was an injury in Rochester. Didn't really seem so. So then you start looking at it and start thinking, maybe they're sending UPL back and they just want to call Hauser up so then they could trade him or something like that. And then, we trade for a goalie and maybe release Comrie or some very complicated move. At the end of the day, I don't really think it was much at all. I think it was just kind of getting ready for the end of the season, kind of bulking up the Amherst a little bit. And, just another guy they can move a little more free now that he's in the AHL rather than down in Cincinnati. But yeah, not a ton I can really say on there. It was kind of surprising, but also kind of non-important to say, kind of a move that doesn't really matter at this point.
One of the, I did just look now, and one of the tiny little perks about that contract is an increased pay. So it is a pay raise for Michael Hauser. So they probably were rewarding him for sticking around in Cincinnati and now becoming the full-time backup, essentially, in Rochester. So they were just rewarding him with an NHL level contract, which is like he was getting paid, I think, around $200,000 to $300,000 a season. Now he's up to $500,000. So just, that's a difference. So I'm sure Hauser is happy about that. He is the house, the brick house, brick walls on all sides. But with that little talk about Michael Hauser, the true GOAT of Buffalo sports, we are about to get underway here with the second period. Both teams are back on the bench, and they will, actually I should bring it back up here, have 58 seconds of power play time going into this second period. So they looked good at the end of that first period on the power play.
Yeah, they did it. These situations are tough to generate any offense off these. It seems the other team's fresh, ready to go on the penalty kill, and you rarely get any any possession or any shots. But we'll see what the Sabres can do. Just showed Stillman 5 hits already tonight. Leads the team so far tonight. And yeah, here we go. Power play face-off has occurred.
Yeah. For anyone who's wondering, the Sabres just turned it over. Right at the blue line, Power goes into his skates. He's forced to retreat here. Yeah, momentarily, Cal looked like he was in an anime cartoon there. That's the internet. I think it's on my end, so don't worry. He is not an anime character. Cal is still Cal. But here is Cousins keeping it alive on the boards, gives it to Skinner. Skinner skating through the middle of the ice, sends it out wide to Olofsson now. Olofsson, 20 seconds on this power play left, finds Power. Power backhanded it back down towards the faceoff circle for Olofsson. Olofsson to Skinner, couldn't center that one, now he does. It goes between the legs of Cousins though, all the way around to Thompson, and Thompson turns it over very cheaply, and the Sabres are going to see this power play expire without a big opportunity here in the second period. So that's unfortunate, but here's Olofsson again. Olofsson into the Bruins zone, sends that one through the crease. Nobody there for the Sabres, though, to get a stick on it. Now a quick shot from the point, falls to Power now in the corner. Power to Skinner, his high shot. That goes just wide. Thompson with it again to Okposo. Okposo squares it to Samuelsson. Samuelsson doesn't take the shot, finds it out wide to Stillman. Stillman goes for the whacker, finds it inside to Skinner, Jost, who couldn't get the shot off. He was thinking about going between under the stick there of the Bruins defender. And here's Girgensons on the puck. He had an excellent first period there. Finds Okposo behind the net. Okposo to the backhand. Sends it back to the point for Samuelsson. Samuelsson, no shot yet. Finds Jost with the spinorama. That goes wide of the net. Oposo does just enough to keep that one in the zone, but Bruins are going to quickly catch up to this puck. Carlos sends it out and to center now. Here's the Bruins. Orlov trying to find it inside, but his pass was in the skates of his teammate. But McAvoy, nice dance move. Cuts it in. Wide pass. Oh, what a stop. Oh, what another stop by Luukkonen. Holy mackerel. He just got across with the save of the season. Oh my God. Not just once, but twice. And there's the pat on the back from Samuelsson. Holy.
Oh, give me a replay of that. It looks like McAvoy put a pick move. Oh my gosh, on Stillman. Wide open, that right pad.
And then
the puck
Zacha.
wide open.
Holy.
Oh my God, Zacha walks right in and the left pad extends and blocks in front of the net.
Oh my God. That is highway robbery. 5-star robbery there by Luukkonen. Oh my God.
There's someone who's fighting for his job. Oh my.
Here's off the faceoff win. Bergeron attempting to center that one. It goes off a skate, high up into the air. Eventually, Krebs picks it up for Buffalo. His pass doesn't find anybody. It instead goes to, of course, Zoom. Go, like, I don't know. He flips that one back into the Bruins zone. Krebs across the Jokiharju. He's on the puck now. Goes outside of the zone onto the backhander. Chips that one in on Swayman. It goes to his side. He keeps play moving, though. The Bruins quickly get it out again. Marchand to McAvoy. Streaking down this far side. McAvoy on the forehand. Sends it behind the net. Marchand chasing after Lyubushkin there. Lyubushkin all tied up, though. Lyubushkin looking for some help. Real Deal Prime, another dono. Okay, there.
Whoa.
Cha-ching. Whoa, McAvoy. He slips. 2-on-1 now. Hinostroza onto the forehand. Too little speed there from Hinostroza, but the Sabres, they keep it in the zone. It goes out around to the near side corner. Lyubushkin keeps it alive there. Clifton on the puck. Shovels it along to Krejci, and Krejci now gets it out for Boston, but they turn it over at center ice. Cousins with some space out wide. Cousins. Oh, but his shot went well wide of the net. It goes all the way to the point. Cousins gets it quickly, though, again, back down low. Cousins into the slot. Middlestat with a quick shot, but Swayman with another stop. So right now it's the game of the goalies, and it's the game of Real Deal Prime here. Oh, man. What an opportunity, though, for Hinostroza. He slowed. He slowed way down in the end. DeBrusk caught up to him with that.
That's gotta be save of the year for sure. One thing I want to touch on, I don't know what Granato is after that power play, putting the Gergensen line out there. I know they've been playing well all night, but they're not fast at all. And you want to keep a lot of zone time and get some guys who can shoot out there. That's not the line to do it.
No.
Immediately, they get tired pretty quickly, and
it looks like right off the
oh boy,
this may be a delay of game here against Boston. We're gonna look around a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Sabres are kind of ticked off that it isn't, but
and Hinostroza eyes wide open there.
Wow.
Yeah. Exciting game right now, even though it's 0-0. You wouldn't be able to guess it from the scoreline, but this game, lots of big-time stops here from the goalies. Luukkonen that time, oh my. Even if they lose this game, Luukkonen, 2 of his biggest saves of the season have come against Boston, haven't they?
That'll be on the highlight film for sure. The highlight highlight video of the season. I haven't seen something like that in a long time from a Sabres goalie. I mean, you think of Malcolm Subban's save last season, that was kind of a one-off, just incredible.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was boom, boom, both sides. It wasn't just one save. That was a save, a huge recovery, and then another save.
Here are the Sabres again in the offensive zone.
Oh,
Samuelsson trips up a guy. Is that going to be a call against Buffalo?
That might be back the other way.
But here comes Boston. Their shot goes deflecting off Quinn's skate, and they keep it alive, though. Frederick, he's allowed to go all the way. What another stop! Oh my God, Luukkonen again! The left pad comes up big, and now the Bruins centering pass is picked off there by Quinn, and Quinn skates it back for Buffalo. Here comes Quinn. Nice pass out wide. Thompson is in. Thompson on the forehander! His shot just goes over the net. Oh, he was cutting inside, but here's Quinn. Nice spinorama move off the boards. Quinn plays it down low for Bryson. Bryson does a good job to stay on his feet, and he gets it back to Lyubushkin, who squares it along for Jost. Jost to Quinn. Quinn trying to dance past the defender. Jost will, though. Jost gets taken out, cross-checked in the corner. No call coming from the ref. And Koyo now lifts it down the ice. And this one will be an icing. Oh, boy.
What a back and forth game. Another huge save by Lukin, and they're sticking out the pad. He's been phenomenal tonight. And on the other end, Thompson comes right in. A golden opportunity. Does his little toe drag and just misses the upper corner of the net. Yeah, flicked it right over the net there. That's tough.
I think Brendan Carlo got a piece of that shot. It looks like he got a stick away, and that may have lifted it over. But
yeah, that would make sense for sure.
Not even 5 minutes into this period, and I'm quite shocked how it's 0-0 still. Even game, though, right now. Jokiharju across to Power. Power dances around a little bit. Down into the corner for Girgensons. His shot from a bad angle goes high up into the air, into the meshing, and out of play. But what a game we got going on here, folks. We are now 1,632 subscribers, eight away from our goal of 1,640. I know not all 23 of you guys are subscribed. I can see it. I can smell the non-subscribers here in the chat. It smells fishy. Make sure, hit that like button and subscribe. We got an exciting game. And here's a post off the face-off win. Jost, his shot towards the net was blocked. It falls to the defenseman Lindholm, but Lindholm can't get it out. Sabres keep it in. Okposo behind the net. Sabres doing some really good things here right now. Okposo gets to the side, but nobody there for Buffalo, and Boston will chip this out of the zone now. Garnet Hathaway, his hand behind his back. And Okposo just barreled him. And now there's going to be a call here. Come on, really? For that?
Oh, that's tough. That is a... but it also did not. Let's see. Yeah, definitely Okposo going into the box there.
And Okposo, he got slashed after the play too, but it doesn't matter. Boston with a prime opportunity now to go up by a goal. Let's see. I mean, that's borderline a cross check. Open ice, numbers facing him. Yeah, I kind of see that actually.
Yeah, that's just from a guy like Okposo, that cannot be happening. I mean, a veteran player like that. Lucky that was a 2-minute penalty in this league. So
yeah, in this building with these refs.
Yeah.
But let's see what Boston can do. Usually their power play murders us, and they win the face-off here. McAvoy at the point. Plays it out wide to Pastrnak. Back to the one-timer. It goes to the side of the net. What a save there again by Luukkonen. The rebound falls to Marchand at the far face-off dot. Sends it across to Pastrnak, and he had a wide-open net. And now they turn it over again. Bergeron, point-blank, stopped there by Luukkonen. He's having the game of his season right now. Keeping the Sabres.
Yeah, Buffalo penalty kill 31st this year. Not great at all.
Here's Marchand.
Kill this one off.
Drops it to DeBrus. Goes in. Another point-blank stop there by Luukkonen. Sabres can't get the puck out. Marchand backhands it up top for McAvoy. Out wide to Bergeron inside. Marchand! Shot! Save again by Luukkonen. Bruins keep it alive though. Pastrnak coming out of the corner. He's trying to center that one. Bergeron can't handle it. Now the Sabres clear, courtesy of Ilya Lyubushkin. A minute
to go left. Halfway
through. Here's McAvoy. McAvoy gets to center, drops it back to Krejci. Krejci out wide to Pastrnak. He finds Krejci, but Boston was offsides going in. Luukkonen.
Great saves by Luukkonen.
Luukkonen. That is all I have to say right now. Wow. Cal, what are you seeing right now in this penalty kill?
Yeah, they're letting them take shots, that's for sure. But they're staying towards the middle. They're not letting them get any too great of opportunities. We did see Lyubushkin behind the net just gift them a pass right there. It was almost tic-tac-toe generating from Lyubushkin's turnover. But yeah, Bruins win the face-off and bring the puck all the way up the ice.
Oh my God, Real Deal Prime. Another dono.
No way.
5 more. Gosh. Thank you. Real Deal Prime. One-timer there, saved by Luukkonen on Orlov. Bruins get it back to the point.
Watch Orlov too. He's been a goal merchant recently.
Here's Zacha to Orlov. Out up top to Lindholm. Out wide. Another shot by Krejci. That goes just wide though. 15 seconds left. Sabres trying to get on this puck.
Stillman on the penalty kill.
Stillman, yes. Yeah. Here's the Bruins now at the side. They get it to the face-off dot. Krejci inside. One-timer there by Zacha. Touched along there by Buffalo. Good body pressure there by the Sabres, and they get out of the penalty box. No goals given up there. Real deal Prime. You are crazy, sir. You are amazing. The Real deal
Beautiful.
Prime is
Absolute
an
beauty.
OG, man. OG. We love you, Real Deal.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course, the donations are just added benefits to this. We love doing this every single night. Just talking sports, interacting with everyone, and super thankful for that.
Absolutely.
Definitely not needed, but definitely thankful for it.
Here's Quinn going into the offensive zone, lost control of it though, and back comes the Bruins. Lauko on the backhander, sucks over Bryson and Quinn, and the Bruins start their cycling game up here. Trying to center that one. Nice break up there by the defenseman for the Sabres. And now the Sabres, they go into the Bruins zone. Skinner gets tied up there behind the net, but the Bruins can't clear. Quinn at the blue line. Quinn sends that one wide of the net. It bounces to the side. It goes behind. Skinner couldn't get it to the front. Neither can Thompson. Thompson now to Skinner. Skinner at the side. Can't get a good shot off. He finds Thompson, though, standing there at the post. Thompson curls out wide. Thompson literally getting grabbed at the ankles now. He still gets out. Thompson now. His shot. And, there's going to be a call here against Boston, I think. No? Looks like it was actually covered up there by Swayman. Oh, man. There goes Cal. Have to get him in on another chat. Of course, Zoom are jerk-offs, not fans. Yeah, but Sabres for the win. Huge kill. I can't understate how big of a kill that was. Of course, Luukkonen made some ginormous stops there. He was just killing. I don't even know how to describe it. One after another. Luukkonen squares up to all of them. Excuse me. Hey, we gained another subscriber. Thank you. We're up to 1633 now. 7. I can hear my echo from Cal. 7 away there from 1640 now. But Cal, Luukkonen has to be our player of the game right now for Buffalo, right?
Absolutely, yeah, without a doubt. Great game from Luukkonen so far. I just wanted to touch up the Penguins take a 2-1 lead in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay struggling. Again, though, we're not chasing Pittsburgh. That's a misconception. We're chasing the Islanders. We have a ton of games at hand and only 4 points back of them. So tonight, if we get a win, which I'm not saying we're gonna, only 2 points back of them. And look around the league, Red Wings down 4-3 against the Kraken. That's good. Predators still up 2-1 on the Panthers and the Rangers. Patrick Kane's big debut still up 1-0 on the Senators. Still 0-0 in our game. I don't think there was a penalty. I looked. I'm not quite sure though.
No, I don't think so. Looks like Swayman just covered that up. I thought there may have been a penalty on the Bruins there for literally grabbing one of Tage Thompson's legs and not letting him go. I don't think that's very legal.
Yeah.
The refs, of course, disagreed with me there, and wow. The Sabres looked good on their first power play, but so did the Bruins. But UPL coming up with a ton of huge saves, and there we see on the replay Girgensons getting in front of a couple, and I will say Zemgus Girgensons, if anyone's due for a goal on this team right now, given how he's playing tonight, Girgensons looks like he's going to get a goal. I smell it.
Oh, yeah.
But
he's playing hard and fast. He's blocking some shots. Good to see.
Offensive zone faceoff, one there by the Sabres. They get it to the point. Jokiharju trying to center that one. It goes all the way in on Swayman, though, and he kicks that one out. Bruins will clear, and Olofsson is in on the chase. He gets it out from behind his net. Nice breakout here from Buffalo. But Turkin now at center. Skates through a couple of guys. Actually gets it deep into the Bruins zone. And now, we found Olofsson in the near side post. But Olofsson got stoned there by Swayman. He sends it to the point. Jokiharju. He's looking for an option right now. Bruins covering everything up pretty well right now. But there's a fallen man. Jokiharju, he's got some space. One-timer off the shoulder there of Swayman. Sabres, though, trying to keep it alive. Krebs along the boards. He cannot. Jokiharju pinches, and the Bruins got a 2-on-1 now. Frederick with Orlov. Frederick stoned by UPL. The puck goes into the corner now. Jokiharju to Krebs. Krebs dances, loses the puck though.
Oh boy, here we go.
We got a fight.
We go.
Krebs takes out Marchand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I like to see now. We're Ottawa just
Marchand.
took a 2-1 lead. Damn it.
What?
But Marchand heads to the box. So will Krebs. Coincidentals there. 4-on-4 hockey, I believe. Both go for roughing. But just taking a look at that last opportunity. Olofsson again with his second big opportunity of the game. And then the Bruins came right back down the other way. Frederick's shot on the 2-on-1 goes right off the mask of Luukkonen. And here is the penalty here. Marchand, he cross-checked Krebs. Krebs returned the favor. Marchand's bucket goes flying off his head. And that's going to lead to some guys sitting in the box now. Krebs and Marchand both.
4-on-4 there.
So more space here on the ice for both teams. We are 10:01 left in the second period, and still no goals between the Sabres and Bruins. A very tight, even game at the moment. Surprisingly enough, the Sabres have brought their A game tonight. Here's Middlestat out. Oh my God, Middlestat almost turned it over behind the net. But Samuelsson, he cleans it up, gets it to Cousins. Cousins speeding through center. He's got a lane, sends it out wide. They're trying to center it, but nothing there. Samuelsson, though, keeps it alive, squares it to nobody in particular. And now Boston, they take it back. Boston at center. Krejci goes across the blue line. Cuts out wide, spins, finds the trailer. Pasternak, forehand, backhand, stop again by Luukkonen. And there's going to be a call for that?
Call.
For that.
My God.
Oh, my God.
There's going to be a 4-on-3. That is brutal.
That is a
tripping
bad
call on Luukkonen.
What a bad call there by the refs. He is out of his crease. His stick didn't even leave far from his body, and you're going to call that a trip? Please, give me a break. Give me a break with that. The refs doing Boston's dirty work for them, I guess.
Yep. That is tough to see. So
you have to expect now the Bruins are going to get that goal, right?
Yeah, definitely 4-on-3. I mean, you could also see, last time the Sabres saw some 4-on-3 action.
Labushkin.
Yeah, so.
Do we get the gummy bear experience tonight, please? I need that. But what a sequence there. Jesse, Buffalo Sabres, red and black jersey. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that jersey, I have two of them right now, two of that jersey, and the Sabres are unstoppable. And they'll be wearing them this Saturday, the matinee against Tampa Bay. Big game, need 2 points out of that one. So we'll see if that black and red jersey keeps us luck. And I think now would be a good time we bring up that jersey. Why are the Sabres so bad at home? When, aside from the black and red jersey days, they cannot win at home.
I'm not sure why. I do think it has to do with the number of fans in the crowd. Usually when they wear those blue jerseys, recently especially, they've been on early week games, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday games, and no one goes to those games. People just don't have the time right now. The Sabres, they're not a definite playoff team yet, so still they're not crazy attendance figures, and I think that really drains the team's energy.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't make the excuse that they're not used to it, though. I mean, the last few seasons they've been dealing with that. They definitely play better with a packed house.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick look around the league before this power play. Kraken up 4-3, Penguins 2-1. Predators have the lead now over the Panthers 2-1, and of course the Ottawa Senators have a 2-1 lead over the
Lightning just scored.
And the Rangers have just scored 2-2.
Hey, 2-2. Beautiful.
At the same time. So we're going to call that a penalty on Luukkonen there for a trip. Still not quite sure what they're looking at there. I do see that the stick got between the legs of Pasternak, but still, he was going for the puck. And
tough call there, but
tough call. But there is a 4-on-3 now for Boston. 4-on-3. What can
and
the
there
Sabres
he
do?
is, Ilya Labushkin on the ice, ready for showtime.
Oh yeah. It's go time. Labushkin, we need a breakaway goal again, buddy. Come on now. Bergeron, he's going to lean into this face-off. We're waiting for the linesman. The linesman looks totally uninterested. Actually, he looks like a Dylan Cousins clone.
Yeah, he does.
But anyways, Bruins win the faceoff. McAvoy to the point. Across to DeBrusk. Back to McAvoy. They trade passes here. McAvoy in the box. Across again to McAvoy. Still no shot. Out wide to Pasternak in front. What a couple of stops there. Bergeron gets stoned. Girgensons cannot keep possession. The Bruins keep the pressure up now. Here's McAvoy. Trade spots with Pasternak. Shot goes towards the net. Tipped just wide, though, by Bergeron. Bergeron now to McAvoy. McAvoy cutting inside all the way in the slot. Out to Pasternak. His one-timer, though, goes wide of the target and out of the zone. Still, the Sabres cannot get it.
Sabres can't change, though.
Nope.
Second period, long change.
Absolutely. Bergeron back to McAvoy at the point. McAvoy looks around. Plays it out wide, though, for DeBrusk. DeBrusk, he's got a lane to the net. He's not going to take the shot, though. Drops it again to McAvoy at the faceoff dot now. Inside to Pasternak. Fakes the one-timer. Across to McAvoy. Now to DeBrusk. Shot wide. Girgensons picks up the rebound and will clear it down the ice with 20 seconds to go here on this 4-on-3. Pasternak gearing it up for some speed now. He's going across his own blue line into the neutral zone. Drops it back there for Lindholm. Hampus Lindholm. Across to Pasternak, back to Lindholm. No shot. Now to Pasternak. Scores! They get the goal. 1-0 Boston. It's a power play goal with 10 seconds left on the penalty. A backbreaker for Buffalo. And that was actually Dmitry Orlov. So again,
of course.
Orlov on the one-timer. Damn. Nothing Luukkonen can do about that one. Oh, and there goes
tough
the
break for the
goal.
Sabres. Stillman out there for his first negative. I don't know what group you're putting out there. Thompson on the penalty kill. I mean, Granato's really been kind of throwing me off recently. The good news is that penalty just expired the 4-on-4, so we are back to even strength here, but within a second. But unfortunate for the Sabres, but definitely still a lot of time left in this game, and they've been hanging right there, and they've had a few good chances. So we'll see what happens here the rest of the game. Not a complete killer, but not great.
Yeah, it's not a killer, but it certainly is a backbreaker because they were just about to come back to even strength right there.
Rangers have taken a 3-2 lead.
That's good. They are streaky right now. Finn says refs thank you. Yeah, I agree. The Boston referees. Lovely. Here's Coyle going into the corner there for Boston. Coyle gets spun around and taken out by Bryson. The Sabres, though, get the puck back. No whistle, so no penalty. Here's Cousins across that blue line. Cousins drops it back to Peterka. Peterka sends it down into the corner for Krebs. Krebs, nice strength on the stick to get away from the defender. Centers that one, but it goes off a stick and down the ice, but no icing here. Luukkonen has to come out and play with it. Gives it to Jokiharju now. Jokiharju out wide for Middlestad. Middlestad outside. Checked as he goes into the corner, though. Carlo. Yes, that's his name. Finds a streaking pass now. The Bruins, they're quickly into the Sabres zone. Greer playing down low. Misses his teammate, but the Sabres cannot get it out of the zone. Cousins struggling there along the boards. Greer steals it away from him. Greer still with it. Sends it to the point now. Across to Orlov. He just scored the goal. Back across to Carlo. Just outside of his reach, but he sends it to the net. Rebound, scores! Couldn't get controlled there by Luukkonen, and Lauko quickly gets the Bruins in front by 2 now. Things are going
from... The floodgates have opened. Red Wings have tied it 4-4 in their game.
Bad rebound spilled by Luukkonen. Boston capitalizes, and this is not looking good, folks. Oh, boy.
Yep, we've seen this one time and time again. The Sabres hang in the game. They give up a goal, and all of a sudden they just forget how to play. You saw that coming from a mile away.
But Cousins, that goal's got to be on him. His man went right by him. He could not get it out earlier. 2 on the shift, and it's 2-0 Boston.
Again, still plenty of time in this game, but going to have to regroup here.
You don't want to be down by 2 at TD Garden against this team. They are too good to get into a hole like this. So Buffalo, you have a lot of work to do now if you want to get back into this game. Here are the Sabres again at center ice. Quinn, 2 power. that pass is out of his reach, and the Sabres obviously look nervous now, but Thompson is there to clean it up. And if not, Marchand would have been in one-on-one on Luukkonen. But here's Stillman. Backhand clearance there to Quinn. He sends it across to Skinner. Skinner throws that one towards the net. It goes just wide. And now those opportunities for the Sabres that they passed up on really coming back to haunt them.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Sabres just an unfortunate sequence there. Bruins get wide open, that chance off that rebound to get that second goal. And it just seems like there's really no way for the Sabres to get back in this game. They've just been clamped up the entire game. They've had some chances, but opposed from Thompson's wide open chance in front of the net, they really haven't had any prime scoring opportunities.
No, they have not. They have an offensive zone faceoff here, won by Buffalo. Girgensons hits the outside of the net. Oh, I thought that went in for a moment there. Here's Girgensons trying to find Okposo behind the net, but his pass is picked off, taken there by Lindholm, but Lindholm can't get it out. Okposo pounces on it. On the turnover, goes into the corner. On the backhander, trying to get that to the point. Jost is there to help him out, but a friend cannot help the other friend out, and the Bruins will clear. DeBrusk with some serious pressure, but Jost picks it up now for Buffalo. Jost taken to the boards, trying to center that one for Okposo. Okposo, miscommunication there with Girgensons over there. He finds, though, Jost behind the net. Jost to Lyubushkin. Quick shot. Went to the back post, but Okposo couldn't get there. And now, the Bruins come back the other way with some space and some speed. Pasternak shot. Blockered away there by Luukkonen. It goes out to the boards. Okposo picks up the rebound, and now the Sabres can skate away with it. Here, Bryson to Peterka, into the skates of Okposo with the shot that goes into the glove of Swayman. And with 4:51 here, the Sabres down by 2 and not much momentum coming their way. And MSG is going to go to a commercial break now. So
at this point, gotta hope we get back in it, but also need the Penguins to take the L tonight too. That's the biggest matchup we're looking at.
Yeah, and it doesn't get any easier here, although Tampa has been struggling mightily ever since that Sabres game, actually. They just look rattled. They do not look like themselves, and when the Sabres playing the Goat Heads, you can guarantee that something spicy is going to happen. But
absolutely.
The Predators still have that 2-1 lead over the Panthers, Rangers 3-2 over the Senators, and as you mentioned already, Detroit, they have come all the way back against the Seattle Kraken to tie it 4-4. Let's see if the Sabres can do the same thing here, but against the best team in the NHL, it's going to be very tough to do that.
Yeah, this is the exact reason why I think you do need a goalie at the deadline. UPL, he could definitely make the big save, like I've said, all season long. Made some incredible ones in the first period, but it seems every single time he gives up a goal, it's just boom, 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 right after the other. It takes a while for him to let in the goal too, and usually that's when he gets his wins, right? Especially in the beginning of the season, when it seems like the Sabres were scoring 4 or 5 goals, and you'd see UPL let in 1, and then all of a sudden it's 5-3, and it's a close game. Like, is this game UPL proof? Is what we always had to ask during those kind of 5-6 wins, 6-5, 4-5, 3-4 games. But you got to make a move tomorrow if you're serious about at least trying to make the playoffs. Pittsburgh takes a 3-2 lead, so that's not what we want to see there.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. They take a 3-2 lead over Tampa in Tampa. So Tampa just really struggling here. Looking at this last opportunity for Boston, Pasternak sidestepped, of course, Jacob Bryson, yours truly, our favorite pylon. Traffic cone there. And then the Sabres, it was a Okposo with a toe drag, and Swayman had to fight that one off to make the save. But the Sabres, and for the Sabres, though, it takes really one goal to get back into this one, and then they'll feel some wind under their wings here.
Yeah, if you could get within 1, anything's possible for sure. Just gotta get that first one past Swayman, and that's easier said than done.
Yes. Here's the Sabres chipping that one into the Boston zone. Skinner, he got a turnover, though, behind the net, but Lindholm does a nice job to get around him and get it out. Power now at center ice, turns it. Gives it to Jokiharju along the boards there for Quinn. Quinn to Thompson now. Thompson across that blue line. Toe drags, takes a shot that goes well wide. Skinner can't get to it either, and neither can Jokiharju, and the Sabres are forced to go back again. And now they come back. Oh, come on, make that pass. That's an easy pass. Wide open man there, Jokiharju. And he missed him. Goes back for an icing. And there's our vintage Henry Jokiharju. Missing those easy passes.
Back-to-back lazy plays there. Skinner just, a step too slow to keep that puck in the zone. And then Jokiharju misses a wide open man at the blue line. That would have been a quick 3-on-2 transition there. But unfortunately, it misses everyone and is an icing on the Sabres.
Here's a defensive zone faceoff. Krejci, one of the best faceoff players in the league, faceoff centers. Leaning into it as well as Tage Thompson, who is not. There's one knock against this game. He actually won it there, though. Maybe I should diss him more, but the Sabres pathetically cannot get it out. Power, bad attempt. There's a one-timer there from Pasternak, right into the glove, though, of Luukkonen.
Now the Sabres can get some fresh bodies on the ice, but yeah, I mean, just, like you said, pathetic. They couldn't even get the puck out there. It seems like their energy and momentum has been killed ever since that first goal, and they're lucky they're not down by more right now.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Max Domi will be getting traded to Dallas. Domi going to Dallas. It's going to be
Did hear rumors of that earlier, but
it's almost pretty much confirmed here. Oh, come on. Do not call that a trip. No. Here's Clifton. Okay, no call. But here comes the Sabres with some speed. Krebs into the slot. Nice spin move there from Olofsson to keep it alive. Olofsson on the backhander right at the blue line. He turned it over. Breakaway pass. Pasternak is in. 1-on-1. Pasternak missed the net. He missed it, but he centered it. Oh, but no one there for Boston to get to it in the Sabres. Olofsson, you dirty dog there, bud. Again, really lucky.
Yeah.
Here, Jost just got interfered with. Okay, we're not going to call. No. Cover your eyes. You didn't see it. Here comes a quick shot. Ooh, the Bruins almost got a third there. Pavel Zacha that time. Sends to the point. Orlov down low. Lyubushkin is there, though. Takes it for Buffalo. Here comes Lyubushkin going up ice. Plays it out wide for Cousins. Cousins sees the pressure. Lifts that one to the far corner for Middlestad. Trying to get it back for Cousins. He does. Spinorama shot in the slot. Goes well wide. Hinnestro's a nice touchdown low to... Oh, come on. Middlestad just got taken out behind. No call. No call again.
Oh, what a pass by Boston there.
Oh, another pass. Here's Frederick.
Oh, good stick.
Oh, baby. Another good stick. Bergeron. His shot touched and played to Luukkonen. 2:32 now to go here in the second period. Boston really pushing here. They are feeling it.
Yeah, and this is where that Columbus game really comes to bite the Sabres, because if you can win that Blue Jackets game, this game means a lot less, and you could kind of expect to lose this game. Whereas now you almost kind of need a point at least, and it doesn't look like they're on pace for that.
Mm-hmm. Here's Buffalo. Buffalo's going to try to do it again here, folks. Going to try to do it again. Defensive zone faceoff. One there again by Buffalo. To Jokiharju across to Power. Power flutters it back to Jokiharju down below the goal line. And now Jokiharju starts the breakout, but his pass is immediately picked off at neutral ice. But Lindholm turns it over, and Gergensen's no-look backhander up ice. Looks like Cal was a little bit frozen there for just a moment. He's back here, folks. Don't worry, Cal is with us always as Boston ices the puck. So, the Sabres, they got so much work to do here to get back into this one.
Yeah, they absolutely do. It's tough to watch this game, but I mean, you knew coming into this it was going to be an uphill battle without Dahlin. You're going against Boston, who is arguably the best team in the league. Nights like these are going to happen, but you got to keep grinding. You got a tough schedule ahead, but you got to win games, and you got to make some moves tomorrow if you have any plans to make the playoffs. So again, still a lot of the season to go. You play the Islanders quite a few times too, so you can definitely catch them. I know Ottawa just got a lot better, but still a lot of games to go. So this isn't make or break this game tonight. It's going to set you back a little bit depending on what happens elsewhere, but you're still at the very worst 4 points back of a playoff spot with 4 games in hand. We'll take it.
Yeah, I guess. Would have been nice to get that Columbus win, but this is all just turning into that was offsides against Boston. It's turning into this Saturday's Tampa game, and you must win. This is a must win for Buffalo. Cannot go on a
Yep.
3-game slide here, especially against a Tampa team that is really struggling as they are still down 3-2 against Pittsburgh.
Yep, that is the good news. Tampa is struggling, and the Sabres will be in their Roadhouse uniforms for that matinee Saturday, so that is good news.
Absolutely. 1:25 to go here in the second period, and I'm sure this is a period the Sabres are going to want to get out of without giving up any more goals. Face-off's going to come up just outside of the Sabres zone because of that offsides there against Boston. Krebs leaning into this one. Bergeron as well. Bergeron is kicked out, though. Excuse me. Nice burp there. Krebs actually won the faceoff against Pasternak. He finds Samuelsson, his defenseman, who gets it along to Peterka now. Peterka going into the Bruins zone. He gets obviously checked and interfered with. No call, but a nice keep in there at the blue line by Samuelsson. Unfortunately, though, it falls to Patrice Bergeron, who sends it down the ice. Not far enough for an icing, though. Oh, man. Samuelsson almost got the puck stripped of him, and the Sabres can't even make that pass. Here's Stillman, though, eventually getting on it. Tries to force it into the Bruins zone. No luck there. But the Bruins, they fumble with it a little bit. Peterka centering that one for nobody in particular. Olofsson is the guy that time. Jokiharju somehow keeps it in the zone. And Jokiharju sends it to the front. Peterka could not tip that one down. Peterka again to Hinostroza. Cannot corral that pass. And the Bruins take it back and up ice. But only as, oh no, they get farther than Power. Power, though, helped out by Hinostroza, and he leads the rush back. Out wide to Cousins. Cousins inside, couldn't get the shot off, and Jokiharju cannot keep the puck in the zone. Although the Bruins ice the puck with 18 seconds to go.
Yeah, Sabres generated some offense there. Jokiharju with a nice keep, and I don't know if that was entirely kept in the zone, though, so I'm glad they didn't score, and then it got changed for offside because that would have been a huge downer. But yeah, 19 seconds here, offensive zone face-off. See if they could generate a little offense.
Yeah, we'll see. Cousins leaning into this face-off against Gristlick. No, that's Krejci. Cousins wins it to the point. Jokiharju squares it across to his defenseman, Labushkin, Power, who mishandles the puck. But the clearance goes down the ice, and with 7 seconds to go, the Sabres got one final opportunity here to get something before the end of the period.
And, end of the story, down by 2 at the end of 2. I mean, you'll take that if you're the Sabres, right? I mean, they've dominated the faceoff dot, which they have in, recent games, and they've generated some offense. So, you could definitely score 2 goals in the third. I think UPL's look, pretty decent so far tonight overall, but see what they could do here with a few seconds left. Does not appear like anything.
Nope, and it will not. Pasternak off the faceoff win lifts that down the ice, and that will do it here, folks, for this second period. So Boston, they got 2 quick ones, 2 within a minute of each other, and 6 minutes to go in the second. That proves to be the deciding factor right now, as Boston has a 2-0 lead over Buffalo. Brother, that's not great. Not great. And what is also not great is Pittsburgh still having that 3-2 lead over Tampa with only 51 seconds to go over there. So
in the second, of course, but
yeah, it was that second goal was extremely demoralizing, I think, for Buffalo.
Yeah, that was a tough goal to let in. The first goal, we knew it was going to happen, a 4-on-3. I know they ended up scoring it. That's like a second after that 4-on-3 ended, but it was still shorthanded. Tough goal to let in, but you knew that was going to happen. A second goal, though, kind of weak. Cousins off this guy in front of the net, and UPL again with the rebound control. We've seen that all season. So again, I know I'm going to be upset checking my phone all day tomorrow to see if the Sabres, made any moves. It's probably not going to happen. It just sucks to get this close, and now it looks like such an uphill battle. Looks like a 50% shot the other day. We're in a playoff spot, and we just lose some games. But it happens. Still a lot of time to go.
Someone on Twitter said that the bad part about this is that UPO, despite playing good, is probably going to let in 2 more goals.
Yeah.
Or at least 1 more.
You know what's happening, too. He gives up at least 4 a game. I mean, it's just, it can't happen. And how would you feel about trading UPL tomorrow? I mean,
I'd
he's
be okay
obviously not the future, right? Like, he's obviously not the future. I like him, but, just for, like, the loop chance and stuff. But it's not the future. They're pretty high on Levi. What about again? Like, who's there to replace? Obviously there's a guy like Demko, John Gibson. Cam Talbot. Then there's a guy like Saros, who's still under contract for 2 years. That would be big. I mean, you'd have to attach probably a first round pick, but he would be perfect to fill that void until Levi's ready.
Absolutely. And there's been another name that probably won't happen. But that player would be UC Saros. It's a dream. I know it's a dream, but I would absolutely love to see that.
Would be perfect.
I would love Saros. Trade Luukkonen in the first. That would do it. That's your franchise goalie right there. Saros is so good. He is so good. I will pull up his stats just so I can all go over him a little bit more. But here's UC Saros. 23, 17, and 5. 279 goals against average with a 916 save percentage. And that is in line with his usual career. And that would be wildly good for Buffalo. Those are actual stats. Those are legitimate goalie stats, not what Luukkonen is sporting right now.
The only concern with him is he's a little undersized. And that's been, it hasn't really, hindered him at all through his career, but it is, just something to bring up. I know whenever I use him in Shell too, he's quite the small goalie. He's definitely harder to play with. But...
absolutely. Oh gosh. But Buffalo, that was a tough second period. And now look at this. We're all bummed out, Cal. We are all bummed out.
That we are, but if things go our way around the league, say Pittsburgh loses and some other teams lose, we'll take it though. There's still a lot of season left. Just got to keep remembering that, and still time to make deals, right? It's not like this is tomorrow night. We've made no deals, and it's kind of there's still time to improve. There's still time to do stuff. The question is, will we do stuff?
Will we do it? Hey folks, we're 2 away from 1635. Who's going to be the 2 that clutches up and gets us there? Who's going to be the 2 to tie this game up? No, I'm just kidding. But who's going to be the 2 that gets us to 35? Come on, folks. Come on. Let's get it. Woo! Woo!
Let's do it.
Hype master right here. Just kidding. I'm not really. Not exactly. Jesse Slade says Oregon Ducks. See, I know a bum that likes Oregon. Oregon kind of sucks. Not going to lie. Yeah, not a fan.
Oregon's got good unis. That's about it. Talking football though, have you watched any of the XFL? I think that's
I have not.
The XFL, going into week 3 this week. I've watched a little bit of it. The games have been pretty close. I know a lot of the players from obviously doing research on the Instagram for Bills, draft and all that. I think it's fun. I'll watch some games Sunday, but I don't think any spring league's really going to match. I mean, anywhere close to the NFL in the next, in my lifetime. It just, I think the XFL will stick around longer than all the others we've seen, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Finn, see ya. He says he's going to go watch the Tampa game. Don't think we're going to score 2 more.
Yeah.
Hey, have a little more faith. We're only playing the checks notes. Boston Bruins.
Yeah, go root for Tampa, though. Hopefully Tampa can clutch up for us and then lose to us Saturday.
Yeah, but that's one thing. That's turning into maybe a game where the Sabres are favored. Goat heads are on.
Yeah.
Tampa has been really struggling as of late. I was watching their game against Detroit, and they had no business winning that game 3-0. That was Vasilevsky through and through. But Pittsburgh, they got their number. Buffalo, well, we know if Tampa and Buffalo plays each other, then there will be at least 5 goals from one of those 2 teams. It always happens.
Yeah. It seems Buffalo gets there first, and then Tampa, within the next 2 minutes, gets there as well. But always seems like a comeback. But I don't know if you want to reset the Zoom here.
Yeah, I'll do that. So, Cal will be quickly back as face is covered there. But Buffalo, they have a lot of work to do here to get back into this one, folks. It's going to be a tough game. Tough game. As I burp softly and quietly into the microphone. Shoot. Let's get that along. Green Bay Packers. I see. Very insightful, Jesse. Don't know battle? I don't know about that. But 2-0. I should probably get the shot count Shouldn't I? Shouldn't I, folks, huh? Tampa now has a 5-on-3 for 34 seconds. I may have to pull this game up. Yeah, you know what? I'll pull that game up, folks. Just so I can watch and be entertained a little bit as I wait for Cal to get back in here. Nope, it looks like it's the end of the second. End of the second. So Tampa, they will go into the third period with a 5-on-3 against the Penguins. So 5-on-3 for Tampa, but they run out of time. They will go into the second, out of the second, down by 1. So we still need Pittsburgh to lose. Let's keep everything nice and tight over by the face-off, or by the playoff o-meter.
Yep.
Okay. I remember a teacher that used to say that.
Okay. I do too.
Cal, you remember that one.
But yeah, it's still very close with the Islanders. I do, yeah.
Yeah. There's Matt.
Yeah, quite the subjective.
Here's Matthew Bove on Twitter right now. He's talking about how the Sabres need to get a defenseman not named Riley Stillman. And then there's another guy saying, so tired of watching a certain defenseman get shoulder bumped into another dimension every time he takes contact. I think it's Bryson.
Bryson.
Well, we got a big trade here in the NHL. San Diego. No, I'm just kidding. The AHL. San Diego sending Rocco Grimaldi to Rockford. Wow. I just want to put this. I'll show Cal this first. Can you read that?
Beautiful. Yeah, I can. Beautiful.
Making a playoff push with Riley Stillman in future considerations. Kevin Adams, that's a vibe. But people are saying that the Sabres are at 0, the Bruins are at 1, and then the referees are at 1.
Yeah, I would agree.
Joe Marino on Twitter says, all we can ask from Stillman is to be better than Bryson, Clegg, and Lyubushkin. If he can reach that low bar, I think we'll all be happy with that deal. I agree. I really would. But Cal, lots of things happened in that second. Where do you think the Sabres went wrong?
Yeah, I think they kind of just that penalty, that tripping call on UPL really sent the whole game flip-flop the other way. Orlov gets that nice cross through speed, puts it in. Nothing you can really do on that one. And then that second goal, they just came out flat. And then they remained flat for most of that second period. But you're gonna have to start quick in the second here. Get a goal by the 10-minute mark. That's your goal, and then get another one by the end of the game. Tie it up. Boston, a team completely out of the playoff race. I mean, they're locked in as the number 1 seed without a doubt. So they're not fighting for anything really. So the Sabres can afford to go to overtime for sure with this team, and it won't affect them at all. So try to force this one to OT and have a shot at getting 2 points. But if they could at least get a point out of this one, I'd be more than impressed.
I will say I'm going to give some big props here to Riley Stillman for how physical he's been so far in this game. I really liked how he's been playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Compared to what we've seen, defensively this season from everyone else, it is good to see somebody play physical. And yeah, it seems to be kind of what we're missing. So good move so far by Kevin Adams, but I'm still not giving him any credit. It's a lot of work to do. I know we're not going to go out and get a big fish. I understand that, but there's still some guys out there who won't affect the long-term plan whatsoever that can help this team make it, or at least get closer to the playoffs this season. And another thing too is a lot of people say, "Oh, this isn't our year. Just wait till next year." There's no way we're winning the cup. I know we're not winning the cup, but just to get to the playoffs, I mean, we have that experience is immeasurable. You can't take that experience away from someone. And when they make it to the playoffs with an actual shot, it's better to have that experience. And even a lot of the veterans on this team, I mean, Jeff Skinner hasn't played a single playoff minute, not a single playoff game for Jeff Skinner. So just to get him there this year, just to get some of those veterans, because you may be a veteran, but you get to the playoffs, and are you really a veteran? I mean, if you've never been to the playoffs, you're kind of a rookie in the playoffs at that point. You don't really know how to handle the situation. So just if the Sabres can taste the playoffs this season, but they don't have a chance at the Cup. That way, in a few years when they do get a chance, Skinner can say, "Oh yeah, I've been here before. I've been here multiple times because the first time we got embarrassed, and the second time we got going, and the third time we're here to win the Cup. So yeah, I'm ready to go." Whereas, say you get to the playoffs, say you miss it even next year, and then the year after you get there and you go all in at the deadline because the plan's falling apart. You get to the playoffs, you got guys like Tuch, Skinner, all these veterans. Say Gergensons is still here. Gergensons hasn't played a playoff game. People are going to be shell shocked. They're going to have no idea what to do. They're not going to be able to handle the pressure. I just want to be at the party in the plaza once. I just want to see it, right? And life. I mean, I don't mean to get away from hockey here, but you never know like how long life is going to be, right? I mean, there's a chance we don't see another Sabres game in any of our lifetimes, right? You don't know what's going to happen. So these people who are saying, "Oh, just wait 5 years and we'll be," who knows what's going to happen in 5 years, right? It's better to just at least get something going now.
Absolutely. Like we've never experienced a single playoff game for Buffalo. Why not? Because of mismanagement in the executive branch. But now the executives, you have the fate of the playoffs in your hands. When you've seen every other team around you improve, you got to improve too to keep up. You can't just let the season go to waste. It's too passive. And I know I don't want Kevin Adams to do what Tim Murray and Jason Botterill did and panic buy at the deadline, like getting Brandon Montour and paying a first and a second. Like, no, we're not going to. That's not what I'm asking for. What I'm asking for is maybe get a guy. Luke Schenn would have been ideal. And to only give up a third for him, that would have been nice. I'm surprised Buffalo did not. We got the wrong Vancouver defenseman. Although Riley Stillman does look good. Maybe Stillman could be that Luke Schenn. Although that's not very good. Luke Schenn's known to be an actually good defenseman. Riley Stillman does not have that reputation.
I'm hearing Uyghur might be available from Calgary. That would be a huge get, too. I remember talking about him in the offseason. But I am getting news from the producer that Brad Marchand is done for the night. So that's big. That is big.
I wonder if he got injured during that scrum and that pile on there with Peyton Krebs in the middle of that second period. Because we didn't really see
had that nagging injury. So,
that is a big loss.
Just taking the night off here.
Big loss for Boston. Maybe the Sabres can see this and be like, "Oh, well, he's just going to sit out like that, just like that." They really think they're that comfortable against us? Well, we'll show them. We will show you guys. But we still got like a couple more minutes before this third period gets underway. 17 people in the chat as well, so thank you to everybody that is here. And make sure to like so we can get more Sabres and Bruins fans into the chat. And I don't know. Let's see. Let's get it going. Let's get a chat war going on. And let's also get those final 2 to 16:35, folks. That would be lovely. Lovely top of the morning to you. That didn't sound very good. That wasn't a good impression.
We'll do a chat question here. Everyone in the chat, what is your favorite jersey that you own? It could be any sport, any team. Just say like what team, what player, what style. So like for example, I'll say like my favorite jersey I own, goat head, black and red Dowling. That's what I would say. In the chat, just drop your favorite jersey that you own. What are the shots? Do you have the shots pulled up?
Yes, I did. I just wheeled them onto the screen. Okay. Shots are in favor of Boston, 28-16. Ooh. Jesse right now is just going through random teams, professional teams. That's a vibe. That is a vibe, sir. Or madam. Cal, I just need this third period to happen. I don't like just sitting here and waiting for. I feel like intermissions are much longer now.
Yeah, they absolutely are. And you look at the NFL, and halftimes are only 15 minutes. And there's only one of those. You get to the NHL, I mean, you got 18-minute intermissions, which are nuts.
If that one is to be the case, I believe. What time does
NBA has 15-minute half times as well. So NHL definitely leads the board in
that
length
counts.
of intermissions. Yeah,
Absolutely. But Buffalo, come on, folks. Come on, let's get it going. Let's get her going. We got a huge 20 minutes coming up here. They absolutely need to get something going. This is where you look at your big guys like Tage Thompson, Jeff Skinner.
Yep.
Where have they been in this game? I don't know. They certainly haven't been with us. They need to get themselves going here.
Yeah, you've got to see some shuffling of the lines. Too. Granado likes to do that in the third period when we haven't generated any offense. You'll see a lot of ice time for guys like you mentioned, Skinner, Thompson, and then a lot of ice time also for guys like Jorgensen, Zach Poso. Had to flip those two lines back and forth, get some physicality, get some zone time, and then also get your big guns out there, try to make some stretch passes. I expect to see Quinn on and off that line. I think we'll put Thompson probably with a guy like Olofsson, maybe try to get some cross creasers just to get his shot on. But Pittsburgh team is so old. Yeah, they're killing us. They are killing us in the standings.
Absolutely.
Oh, and the Senators have tied it up 3-3.
Damn. All right, scoring chances. Boston heavily outnumbers Buffalo 16-8. Hits also Boston's way 20-16. Faceoffs, though, are in favor of Buffalo, and then they passed on scoring on that power play there, even though they had some good chances. So Buffalo, we need to get going. Need to get her going, and now they're back on the ice here. We're about to get underway for the third period. As I can see Jeremy Swayman doing casual splits in the background there, that camera angle. I'm not jealous. I'm just observing.
Starting off with the Ekposo line. Yep. Here we go.
But we're just looking back to that electric overtime victory for the Sabres where Alex Tuch scored the overtime winner to give the Sabres a 4-3 victory. They did come back twice in that game. Can they do it here tonight? It's going to take a monumental effort. Boston has improved since then. The Sabres, they are without Tuch and Dahlin. Can they do it here now, folks? 20 minutes to go. 40 through. Sabres down by 2. Boston looking to keep chugging along as they make their march to the playoffs. The Sabres are trying to get back into the playoff race. Be a game out with a win. But they can be a game and a half out with or basically 2 games. They'd be 3 points out with an overtime loss. But here they come. Quick opportunity now. Jost shot goes, it's blocked. Good cycling here early on by the Sabres' fourth line. They keep it. Oh my God, Stillman. Okay, there it is. There it is. There's the Riley Stillman moment where he just let it go between his legs and out of the zone.
Randomly slapped it in, and so that was interesting.
Yeah, and
it is what it is.
And he lost possession too for Buffalo, so that's just great. Here's Boston tipping it into the Sabres zone. UPL backhands that one around his own net. Gets a Diokiyahu who spins out of the pressure, goes back across the power now. They're in their own zone. He finds Thompson, and Thompson, just inside the blue line, sends it out wide for Skinner. Skinner's got a lane. Skinner centering that one. Thompson is in! Does not take the shot. That's just great. Sabres again. Sends it around to the point. Here's Power. Power keeps it in at the line. Sends it down low below the goal line. There's Thompson again. Gets it to Power. Power slightly tripped. Is probably not going to keep it in. Somehow does. Boston cannot get it out. Thompson keeps it in, actually. Thompson out wide. Faked slapper by Skinner, but that proved to be costly in the end as Boston steals it back and sends it down into the Sabres' end. Here's Jokiharju. Behind his own net. Gets checked there. Good pressure by Boston. Trent Frederick. Frederick centers that one. Great save. The rebound. Sits in front. Oh, but Greer was stopped, stoned, and robbed in front by Luukkonen. And now Cousins. 2 many stick dangles. Turns it over in front. Coyle fanned on the shot. The puck goes out to the boards there with the shake of the head from Cal. And now the Sabres almost got away from the pressure there. Hinestroza just couldn't get by the defenseman. And now the Bruins quickly back into the Sabres zone. Coyle centers that one. But Greer could not touch by the defenseman. And now the Sabres with some speed. Here's Middlestad now. Middlestad chips it down into the Bruins end. Krebs is there. Krebs behind the goal line. Sends it to the point to Lyubushkin. Across to Olofsson. Olofsson walks down the line. Plays it back to Bryson. Across to Lyubushkin. Lyubushkin. Or that's Peterka makes a move. Back to Olofsson. Sends it to the front. Stopped there by Swayman. Krebs had a couple whacks at it. Olofsson trying to keep it alive over there. He does. He finds Krebs, but Krebs couldn't locate that, and he trips a man. Is that going to be a call? No. Olofsson.
Oh, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, refs. Here's Olofsson now trying to use his physicality to get onto that puck. He can't because his physicality doesn't really exist. And the Sabres, though, they quickly... Oh, Peterka almost jumped that pass. He's still forechecking. I like how Peterka's playing here tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. He's getting a few chances here, and he's definitely carrying over that momentum.
Oh no, Luukkonen, what are you doing, buddy? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Cal, but there is a good opportunity there for Boston. Pasternak played it across to the defenseman, the trailer pass, and Luukkonen, he did come out to make a big stop with the puck roll behind him, although Sabres were able to get onto that one. And now they come back the other way. Power, he's got a man driving to the front of the net. Oh, come on. Why are we waiting this long to make our decisions? You cannot do that against Boston. Now Buffalo has it. Point shot saved easily there by Swayman. He saw it all the way, and now here's Stillman getting involved with Connor Clifton. Stillman with a smile on his face, and now he talks to the refs a little bit.
Yeah, you might want to refresh your stream here. You did fall a little behind there somehow. Sometimes MSG Go does that. I will say Tampa is now tied 3-3 thanks to Stamkos. Ottawa up 5-3. Nothing else has changed around the league. Sabres getting some momentum here. They just can't put the puck in the net. No really good opportunities.
I like it when I refresh.
Still passing up a lot of shots though.
Cal, you got the only stream right now. MSG showing me unnecessary commercial breaks here. Oh, no.
Alrighty.
Are you at Middlestat in the corner? Oh, we just drew a penalty now. Penalty drawn by Buffalo. Middlestat.
Beautiful. Great job by Middlestat there. Great job. And this is a huge opportunity for the Sabres. Need a goal on this power play.
Yeah, that is absolutely huge for the Sabres here. They are going to the power play. Buffalo Sabres goal. We'll see. Pittsburgh now on the power play. Dang. Yep. 21 people in the chat. Folks, Sabres are going to the power play. Middlestat draws the call. He went into the corner there. Looks like a hook, a slash, whatever you want to call it. Ripped the stick out of Middlestat.
And a cross-check.
You pick which one you want to call there. This the man Carlo committed it. And now the Sabres got a power play here. Power at the point. Just keeps it in. Olofsson with it. Olofsson to Power. Power now. Keeping it in at the blue line. Power out wide to Thompson. Thompson now trying to force it into the slot. Picked off there by Bergeron, but he turns it over. Far side now to Olofsson. Olofsson holds onto it. Waits. Top now to Power at the point. Power holds. Gives it to Olofsson. No shot yet. Down low. And a forced pass to the skates of Bergeron. But again, he cannot clear. Now he will. No, he can't. Power forces it out anyways. So, oh my God, can we make a pass now, folks? Here's Tage Thompson. Thompson, what is that pass to nobody?
Too many forced passes here. I know you're going against the best power play in the league, but I think Thompson's just got to take the puck to the net at this point.
Skinner now. Skinner out wide to Olofsson. Olofsson out into the corner now. Back up top. Who is that? Stillman? Is that Stillman? To Power.
No way.
Power to Thompson out wide at the face-off dot. Down low to Skinner's or Cousins back up top to Power. Power with it now. Holds, shot into the glove, rebound, sits in front. Skinner no shot. Now it's set in front. Cousins had a wide open net and he missed. He couldn't get it to go. And now the Bruins clear and they have a break. Here they come now. Zacha gets taken out. No call. 30 seconds to go here on this power play. Skinner with some speed. Skinner. Figurine move inside, but he couldn't get the shot off again. Oh, my God. God dang it. Cousins was staring at a wide-open cage there. And here's Jokiharju. Nice move across the blue line. Who are you dropping that back to?
Yep.
To Quinn. Quinn to Krebs. Krebs now to Jokiharju. Backhands that one down the wall to Middlestat. Now to Jokiharju. Bruins back to even strength. Middlestat with the shot off the shoulder there. 5-on-5 hockey. Now the Sabres, though, keep it in the Bruins zone. Here's Quinn. Quinn to Peterka. Now to Middlestat. Another short angle shot. Stopped there again by Swayman now to Stillman! Saved by Swayman!
So close
Oh,
there.
man. Stillman coming this close. And nice keeping there by Samuelson.
Wow.
Keeping the pressure alive here. Peterka, what a move. What a shot. Stop again. Samuelson at the side to Peterka. Peterka skates. Gets taken out by Orlov. But he keeps the skills alive and the Sabres keep possession. Here's Samuelson. Across to Stillman. Stillman back to Samuelson. Out wide to Peterka. Back to Samuelson. Shot! Save, rebound, sits in front, but Swayman covers up. They just can't beat this guy right now. They cannot beat him.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Oh, and they took away one of the Ottawa goals, so it is 4-3 still.
4-3 who? Ottawa?
Yeah, still Ottawa. But
what is New York doing? Didn't they just buy everybody on the market?
it appeared so, but yeah, very unfortunate there for the Sabres. Got all the momentum, just can't put the puck in the net. And again, this is a team that struggled to put the puck in the net last night, or not last night, but last game. Until that third period came around. It's just unlucky.
But Buffalo had a couple good opportunities. Dylan Cousins stared at a wide-open cage, but his stick was tied up, so he could only kick it in. And, of course, you can't score goals that way. So it remains 2-0 Boston. Damn. 13:01 to go here. The Sabres are still in this game. And I think that last couple of shifts showed that Buffalo, they are not dead and out of it just yet. They just need to get one. And once one goes in, then I think the rest will follow suit.
Remember, this team's playing like this without their best player in Dahlin. I mean, you could say Thompson's the best player, but without their second best player in Dahlin, and arguably without their third best player, Alex Tuch. So, I mean, I'm very impressed with what they've done so far tonight. And if anything, Kevin Adams should be impressed too. And you gotta be willing to add tomorrow. At least give me something. Give me something to root for. I mean, we watch every single second of Sabres hockey this season. You know, we put hours and hours and hours of our lives into watching this, and it's been a fun season so far. But there's no reason to do nothing tomorrow, and cost yourself the opportunity to make the playoffs for the first time. And how many years has it been? I mean, it's been forever. It's been forever.
Yeah.
So give yourself a chance, please.
Oh, and they're looking over at UConn. Devin Levi just won their little bean pot tournament.
Yep.
That was between Boston College, Boston University, Harvard, and, of course, University of Connecticut. Tage Thompson's former college as well. Offense's own faceoff. The fourth line was out there for Buffalo. They lost the faceoff, of course. Bruins sent it down into the Sabres zone. Power is back there. Heavy pressure faced on him by Charlie Coyle, but he somehow keeps the puck. Jost takes it and centers it for Girgensons. And Girgensons, he's feeling himself, takes it to the net, centers that one. That goes just wide of Swayman. Jokiharju, rebound. Oh, come on with these telegraphed passes. Give me a break with this guy. Here's Jokiharju again to Okposo. Okposo doesn't take the shot. Drops it back to Jokiharju. Steps away from Pasternak. Now to Samuelson. Samuelson, nice cross-ice pass for Girgensons. Girgensons trying to send that one to the net. He does, but Swayman holds on to the puck. No rebounds. 12.
Dominating the third period so far. Can't put the puck in the net.
No, they cannot. And that's, in the end of the day, that's what you got to do to win the hockey game. What you got to do.
Goals come in bunches with this team, though, so let's get one here, and we should be rolling.
Yes, absolutely. So, well, that giveaway shirt looks really nice. The goat head there, the black one.
Yeah.
That's a sweet one. Goat head just so crisp. So crisp.
Oh, yeah.
Sabres have some elite unis in their history, which I did make a video about it, so check that out. It's a jersey ranking, and people seem to have their very different and very opinionated ideas on what their rankings would be. But here's Quinn. Quinn, oh, jeez. Trying to find Samuelson, but they turn it over. In all alone. That's a goal. That's the game. Pavel Zacha makes it 3.
Yep.
Bad.
Just a bad giveaway there. Yeah, that can't happen. You got to win those 50-50 pucks there, and they haven't all night.
3-0 Boston. And that's your game, folks. Goodbye. See ya. 2 points. And the Sabres are now on a 2-game slide now. Is it 2 games? Or nah, it is 2 games.
At 2 games, need the win Saturday. Again, didn't expect to win this game. Stillman back there covering Zacha.
Yeah, but unfortunately he couldn't cover 2 guys.
Yep.
So the Sabres, they go down by 3. That's a killer. Nothing Luukkonen could do about that one. He's frustrated with himself. But once again, Luukkonen and the Sabres give up 3 goals. That's just the bread and butter of this team. Now Boston's going to probably come looking for more. Their fans on their feet. Yeah. I don't like the Bruins. I mean, I would still be very happy to see this as a playoff series. And there's a big hit behind the play there. I feel like the Sabres, compared to the Penguins, compared to some of these other teams, we have the best shot. And here's Bryson centering that one. Krebs is one timer.
Fully healthy for sure. Yeah, fully healthy for sure.
I mean, we saw it in Buffalo 3-1. They barely lost that game, and then they barely beat Boston on New Year's Eve. And this game, lots of injuries facing this team as Luukkonen keeps play moving there, and the Sabres trying to turn it over. Lyubushkin and Bryson again. They're doing their best to make my hairs get pulled out. Oh, there's a nice fortunate bounce there for Hinostroza. Hinostroza to Peterka, but Peterka cannot handle it. Bounces over a stick, actually, and the Bruins take it back now. Up the boards and on long and into the Sabres zone. There's Luukkonen. So that Zacha goal assisted by Krejci and Pasternak, the usual suspects, in on the action. And now Power with it. Power across to Jokiharju. Joker takes it. Plays it up the boards to Cousins. Cousins on the puck. Plays that one into the near corner. Bounces off the backboards. Hinostroza couldn't get there. Neither could Middlestat. Here's Middlestat. It goes between him and Power. Boston, they're just controlling the game right now. All that momentum sapped away from Buffalo. It's unfortunate. They've run into a red-hot team. And, I saw a cool little thing today, Cal. The Carolina Hurricanes have gone 8-2 in their last 10 games, and they still lost ground on the Boston Bruins.
Yeah, that is incredible. Oh, I so bumped into the boards hard there. If I'm a big player on the Sabres, if I'm a difference maker, like, Skinner, Darlene Thompson, I'm going to Adams tomorrow, and I'm saying, dude, you got to get us some help, just like Ottawa did. You got to at least something. Like, we're not asking for you to completely change your plan, but we got something special brewing here, and oh boy, penalty coming up to the Sabres.
Really? That's not a great call. The rest are on, the spoked B. Well, you got the spoked jerseys here for the referees. Yeah, that's actually a penalty. Never mind. I take that back. Gergensons did really haul him down there. Pain.
Unfortunate there.
Red Wings and Kraken still tied. Same with the Penguins and Lightning, and then the Senators still with that 4-3 lead over New York. And then there's the Predators 2-1 up over the Panthers.
Yep, that'd be a good thing. At least if the Panthers can lose, need the Lightning to win. The Senators, that one would sting, but it wouldn't kill us right off the bat. Same thing with the Red Wings, but need the Lightning to win. That's the big one tonight. And then, you're still in the race, though. Just look at the Islanders. They still, like I said, the Islanders don't play a game until they play us. So we still got time to gain some ground on them. We're still going to have 4 games in hand on them after this game, and we're only 4 points back. So you can win Saturday and get within a game. With 3 games in hand, we're still fine. No need to panic. Let's just make some moves.
Oh, excuse me, I got burps. Jerry says all I can think of is no big trades for the Sabres. Makes me so disappointed. Oh my God, sad. I wish we would make the playoffs and not disappoint like this. Yeah, this hurts. It's not fun losing, but at least the Sabres are in the position to not be sucking this season. Yeah, it's nice when the Sabres do suck.
They're very much in it. I'll continue to say they're mediocre at best goalie away and maybe one defenseman from being a playoff team. And I truly believe that. I mean, UPL played good tonight. This game's against Boston. Scratch this one. A lot of these games, though, UPL hasn't played par. He's played subpar. Craig Anderson has been your most consistent goalie, but even then, he's had some real stinkers. And Comrie's just been
Brutal.
inconsistent all season long. Yeah, brutal indeed. So if you could just get a goalie tomorrow, just something to spark this team, something to give them some hope. I'm not. Oh, Pittsburgh took the lead 4-3.
And Boston almost just scored. Here's a Poso with the puck in the corner now. Gets it taken away, but Krebs finally steals it back and will clear the zone here for Buffalo. Boston on this attack. Oh my god. Zoom! I'm going to... Oh my god, Krebs, what are you doing? No! Pasternak, the steal, cuts it to the front of the net. Saved there by Luukkonen. Sabres get it besides the net. Now they'll clear down the ice. Swayman is there to take this puck here for Boston. McAvoy on it now. He skates it up ice, finds Pasternak through the middle, who gets it along and touches it into the Sabres zone. McAvoy. He has it almost stripped. Nope. Oh, come on, Cousins.
Sabres just aren't strong on their sticks tonight. They haven't won any of these 50-50 battles along the boards, and a lot of the times if they won some of these, they could have created odd man rushes. But
here's Bergeron. Bergeron centers that one. Played back to Pasternak. His shot. Ooh, Luukkonen saw that one late. Another chance in front. Bergeron stoned by UPL. So I will say UPL has been playing good. But shots right now are in favor of Boston, 33-23. I'll get that up on here. Update that one. Shots are even, or no, not anymore. It's now 7-6 in favor of Boston in this period. So after that early pressure, the push from Buffalo, Boston, they're a veteran good team. They weathered the storm, and now they're up by 3 goals. And they've won another faceoff here. Lindholm out wide to Orlov, back to Lindholm. They play quick on the top of their little pyramid here. They have like a little arrow right now with 3 that kind of curve out wide. Oh, there's another good opportunity in front. They got 2 guys sitting in front. So an interesting power play setup here for Boston. But they can't get anything going right now. They do get it to the point. Lindholm skates back. Nice pass out wide to Orlov. Back to Lindholm. Quick shot towards the net. Still loose in front there. Luukkonen makes the save. Bruins trying to swarm the net. They can't. Sabres trying to box everyone out. They do. Good play there by them. But the Bruins keep it in the zone here. 1 second to go. Sabres back to even strength. And the Bruins are forced back out of the zone here. Cal, what are you looking for in these final 7.5 minutes? Maybe a response?
Don't get shut out. Don't get shut out. Get a goal here or something.
Maybe get some momentum for the Tampa game. But here we go. Sabres quickly in the zone. That pass was just outside of Thompson's reach. A little mix-up there between the 2 defensemen there for Boston. Carlo can't get it out. Quinn cannot keep it here for Buffalo. And now he takes a run at the one player there.
Good hit.
Yep, nice hit. Bruins as well trying to return fire. Thompson forced away from that. Boston plays it quickly to the point. There's a quick shot on goal. Nice save there by Luukkonen. And here's Thompson now with the puck. Off the boards. Missed there by Quinn. Shakes his hand. He thinks he got slashed. The refs disagree. Play continues to move on now. Carlo. His pass bounced off his teammate. And now the Sabres come back with a little bit of speed here. Cousins takes it out wide. Plays it. Drops it back. Nobody there, though, for Buffalo. And now Boston, they're trying to take some speed away. Oh, Luukkonen, why are you coming out like that? That gives me PTSD of that Carolina game. Here's Hinostroza. Ooh, glove save there by Swayman. So, I don't know. Look for
Tampa on the power play now. Okay, we'll take it.
Looking for any positives here at the moment. Just frustrating. So Penguins, they're up. Sorry, what were you going to say, Kel?
I was going to say, even if the Penguins win, if everyone else loses, we're still, feeling good tonight. But it looks like the Senators are going to win too. Still some time left in that one. 2 minutes left in the Predators-Panthers game. That's the only one that's not a tie right now. Out of the other 2 games.
Yeah, but Pittsburgh has a 4-3 lead over Tampa. Senators 4-3 against the Rangers. And the Red Wings still deadlocked at 4 against the Seattle Kraken. But here against Boston, the Sabres in Boston, it's not really competitive anymore. It's 3-0 Boston. They are out shooting the Sabres heavily here, 35-23. And, well, for the Sabres, you're just looking for any positives at this point. Maybe get a little momentum going into the next one. Tampa D world class. I know, they're really not. Really,
Yeah,
they're just not.
they will be Saturday though. I guarantee that.
Yeah, Vasilevsky's going to put on a show.
Yep.
Yeah. But Buffalo, please get something going here. We need any sort of momentum at this point. But it does not look like it's going to come. Why?
I mean, if we do nothing at the deadline, this season honestly feels worse than the past few because at least we had a direction. And if you don't do anything at the deadline this year, you're basically waving the white flag. And I mean, I get it. You got Savoy, you got Yuri Kulik coming up. Two good players, but I think we're relying a little too much on guys who have never seen the NHL ice and relying a little too much on a goalie who is still in college.
Yeah.
That's just my take on it. I mean, I'm all for having a bright future. I like it. But the obsession with picks is what really drives me nuts. NHL draft picks are like lottery tickets, right? A majority of the time, you're going to lose, especially on anything past the first round. I mean, a lot of these third round guys don't even see AHL ice time rather than NHL ice time. Looks like UPL is already on the bench here, so we'll see how this goes. Oh boy.
It's going to be 4-0 real soon here, folks. UPL pulled
548 to go.
548. Sabres with an empty net here. 548. Don Granato really pulling out all the stops. But here's power to Thompson. Thompson's just off tonight. He turns it over.
Yeah.
But power. Okay, power. You do that. Yeah. He whiffs on the pass. Boston takes it now. Carlo out wide. And they're going to go for the empty net. That goes just wide. Zacha on the forecheck. Centers that one for Pasternak. Pasternak gets it through. Krejci still no shot yet. Here's Krejci. Plays it out wide. Thompson off his glove. Come on, Thompson. That's just pathetic. And he frustratingly slams it into this net as Boston gets their fourth. Wow. Just wow. The aggressive move by Donnie Granato does not pay off. Thompson, he's had a really rough night here. He tried to glove that pass down, but it fell right to David Pasternak, and Pasternak puts it into the empty net there, folks, to really put the cherry on top of this one. 4-0 now, Boston. After a great start to this game, the Sabres just have completely imploded here. It's unfortunate. And, I'm going to take this moment to have a little bit of a salty rant about ESPN.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. I don't know if you saw the news or saw what Stephen A. Smith said about the NHL when they were talking about which New York team is going to win a championship next, and one of the analysts,
Michael K.
I use analysts really loosely there, more like talking head pundits, whatever you want to call them. But they said that the guy said that the Rangers would win, and Stephen A. was like, "Oh, they don't count. They don't count." I just, ESPN. That's one of your biggest faces. You are partnered with this league. I think that highlights the ESPN's overall treatment with the NHL, stuffing them onto ESPN Plus and stuff. Just, Oh, we got Middlestat.
Middlestat.
Look at those fans. Look at them.
It's 4:20 left in the game.
Did you see the group of Sabres fans just going wild there?
Yes, I did. Bruins fans telling them to sit down.
They're laughing, and the Sabres fans are going just excessively wild here. That's Casey Middlestat with his 10th goal of the season. It's actually a nice goal. Toe drag special puts it upstairs on Swayman to make it 4-1. So the Sabres, they actually
have the chat here. Another power play for Tampa. I don't think they scored on it though. My son's name is Cal. Best name in the world, I will say.
I would disagree. Don is better. Just saying, not biased.
Top two names. Well, we can agree on that. All we need is a goalie trade. Two number ones for Ottinger would be something we could do. Could be something.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Power play coming up here to Buffalo. There's a hook against Okposto.
And if we didn't pull the goalie, we'd be in this one.
Buffalo. Stop getting any clear ideas.
Pekar from Cincinnati. He's had a great preseason a couple of years ago. I think they're done with Pekar. I think when they sent him back to Cincinnati, I think that was the big sign that they've seen enough.
And I love how Cal quickly goes out of frame there because our Zoom meeting ended. So I will very quickly and rushed to get him back on this call here. Let's do that. So the Sabres, they got a power play. And it looks like, that's actually good timing. The Sabres are going to take a timeout to really draw things up here. Maybe to cook something up and get back into this one. But Cal very abruptly gets taken out back by the Zoom mafia there and let her rip. Are you kidding me? Why would you pull the damn goalie? I don't know, Brados. You lost $100 because David Pastrnak scored? Yikes. Yeah. Bring up Matej Pekar from Cincinnati. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen there. Don't know if that's going to happen. But as we try to get Cal back onto this chat, we'll see. We shall see. But again, Luukkonen has been pulled here, so the Sabres are going to on a 6-on-4 opportunity now. Really pushing the envelope. But Power's pass right off the bat is bad. He does keep it alive, but not for long. The Bruins can't clear. Now they still can't. Here's Cousins down low. Skinner stoned 1-on-1 with the goalie there. Bruh. Here's Skinner again in the corner along with Middlestat, but Orlov steals it away. Cousins draped all over him, and now the Bruins send it down the ice towards the empty net and they scored.
Nice.
That's not a goalie goal. Is that no? It's not a goalie goal. Patrice Bergeron makes it 5-1. Not really sure why Granato pulled the goalie. I get it's a rival.
I don't get it.
Not really sure what happened there.
What a chance for Skinner, wide open, all alone, couldn't do it. 5-1. That's probably gonna do it here. I did see a report Chikrin was hurt in the Ottawa game, but he is back on the ice now and fine. But,
okay, I was going to say.
Another reason why a lot of people didn't want him in Buffalo, he's injury prone and he's already getting banged up. The Predators did beat the Panthers 2-1. It looks like the Red Wings are going to OT. The other two games are still 1-goal games close.
So the Detroit Red Wings will close in on a point with the Buffalo Sabres. They will be at 65. We're at 66 still. But the Sabres getting blown out here now. 2 empty net goals for Boston as the Sabres continue on with the power play. Paterka, though, didn't get very far before the Bruins stole it back. Now they have a shorthanded 2-on-1. 6-1. Pathetic.
Make a trade, please.
Wow.
I mean, this is make or break for this. I mean, again, the goal differential doesn't really matter. I mean, the standings too much, but
2 shorthanded goals here for Boston. And it all started with the giveaway by Paterka. Just didn't really try, and I'm not sure what Krebs is doing. He got elbowed. And then Jokiharju with the most half-assed defense there on the 2-on-1. Luukkonen, you suck.
Yeah.
Everyone just really brings me much, much pain and suffering. He actually did get a piece on that one, but just very loose. I'm sure this is a very pathetic finish to the game here for the Sabres. You gave up 3 goals here in the second period, or third period. 3 in the second, 2 in the second, 4
2 in the second, 4 in the third.
Wow.
2 are empty net,
but still, that's 4 goals.
Yeah.
And one of those
that's the worst goal to give up. Right after an empty net goal, you give up one with the goalie in net. That's tough. See what the Sabres can do here. Still on the power play. I
mean, they scored a goal at least. Casey Middlestat with the biggest goal of his life.
I
just want to say Gergensons is on this power play. So is Bryson. Yep. Bryson and Gergensons are on the power play. And Jost.
Where we're at.
Oh boy, yeah. We have desperate times call for desperate measures. Gergensen's to Jost, up top to Samuelson. Quick shot towards the net is blocked by his own man Gergensen's, and Boston clears. 20 seconds. Samuelson just touches up on this one. We got a little over 2 minutes to go here, and the Sabres, they look checked out. They're done with this game. And so are we. I'm very done. Here's Jost, though. Jost trying to do it all himself, play hero here to get the Sabres to within.
Did a good job of it.
Yeah, I mean, he got that one towards the net as the Bruins finally come back to even strength after what felt like an eternity there.
Yeah.
But just a reminder that I think, that's going to be a penalty against Buffalo, I think. No? Okay.
Nah, I think they put the whistles away for this one.
Oh, Jesus. Stillman and Lyubushkin getting caught. Less than 90 seconds to go here. Please just end this game. Please, can this be a quick, like, a minute and a half, folks? Here's Greer out of the corner. Centers that one, goes through the slot. Nobody there, though, for Boston. And Boston, they're going to go past 100 points already. We're not even 60 games through the season. That's a great feat there for the Bruins. The Sabres, they take another big hit here tonight as Bruins...
Oh, boy.
7-1. 7-1. You really gave up a goal.
This is good. Hear me out here. Why this is good for everyone, for all the Sabres fans still in the chat. Oh, Pittsburgh tie game. Ottawa's up 5-3, so they're gonna win. But screw them. Whatever. If Pittsburgh loses, whatever. This is good because hear me out. You're gonna lose to Boston regardless. Might as well get embarrassed, right? Players are gonna be pissed. Coach is gonna be pissed. And most importantly, Kevin Adams is gonna be pissed. You set that up to that, management level. This is an embarrassment. You have to do something tomorrow. Absolutely have to do something tomorrow. And the players should be absolutely embarrassed. I'm sure they're, they know what has to get done. This is gonna be big. I'm intrigued to see what the Sabres say tomorrow. I'm intrigued what happens at practice because this is just an absolute joke.
That it is. This is just ridiculous of a game. What a ridiculous... down Granada, you look angry. And the players dejected.
Thank you, Slade.
You came in. So the Sabres have now given up 5 goals in this third period. That's... That's something.
The content creator in me loves this game because there's so many funny memes you can make, and there's a lot that can happen from this game, but the fan in me is just... Sabres,
oh brother. They go back to the drawing board. Standing ovation here from the Bruins fans. After another big win over the Sabres, it feels like this usually happens. 7-1 Boston. The Sabres have given up 5 goals here in the third, and now we're going to count down here the final couple of seconds to an embarrassing game from Buffalo. I get they were down a couple of players, but just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. The final score here in Boston, 7-1 Bruins. Wow. And they are now on to a 9-game winning streak.
Good first period. Trade deadline tomorrow. It's going to be a fun one. We'll see what happens with that. Sabres, again, still in the race. There's a lot that still can happen. They're still in the race. So let's not get too bent out of shape about that one. But...
Yeah, we're just waiting. I'm just gonna keep the MSG pulled up as my producer makes a shit ton of. Oop! I didn't mean to say that. A butt ton of noise unnecessarily as he holds up a nice big glass of water towards my direction. That's just that's so useful. Thank you for the water there, my producer. But a very disappointing result from Boston. Sabres lose.
Detroit has a penalty in OT, so it's the power play there.
Looks like 4-4 Lightning and Penguins, 4-4 Detroit and Kraken. So just really bad result for Buffalo. Neil says we need Levi. Yeah, we really do.
You ain't gonna see him next year. For
Mm-mm.
anyone
Nope.
hoping to see him, he needs at least 1 year in Rochester.
Absolutely. You'll need a year to adjust, but that's going to do it here for the stream, folks.
Yep.
Thank you so much for watching. I was Don. This is Cal. Let's go Kraken and let's go Lightning. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, broskies.